All right, hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting edition of D&D with RSG in the Forgotten Realms. I'm Ranger J 1999, and we've got our same people back for our continuing our adventures through Faerun and the Kingdom of Cormith. Before we get into that, just a couple notes. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like the content that we're putting out. If you'd like to support the channel other ways, we have the donate button, the super chat you can give to. We also have our Patreon set up. Finn, anything update on the Patreon for the folks listening out there?
August 1st. Be ready, August 1st.
Be ready. All right. That being said, let us pick up. Anything else we need to announce? Anything, Dr. Finn's store, anything like that?
Nothing with that, but I hope we've been listening to you guys' comments, and it seems like you guys like the D&D stuff, but you want to know a little bit more of who is who. And so we're working on getting everyone's kind of webcam and everything up now, and on the screen you have a list of what each person is playing and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully
let's just go around the corn and let's go around the corn. Let everybody introduce themselves before we go in there. Of course, I'm the Dungeon Master. Finn, who are you playing as?
I am Oregon, and I am a gnome bard.
Okay. Grim?
And I am Steve, and I'm a rogue.
That's wrong. Try again.
I'm playing Morngrim, and I'm a rogue.
All right. Vincil?
I'm playing a ranger.
And your name is Vincil. How creative. John Moran, who are you playing as?
Playing as Rogaris, warrior.
And what race are you?
I'm a dwarf.
Okay. And Vincil and Grim, you guys are both human. Corinth, who are you playing as?
I'm Val Ryan. I'm your elven wizard.
And what race are you?
Elf, half-elf. Genasi.
There you go. And is Pac-Man here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey! Tell the folks who you're playing as.
I'm Pac-Man. I'm a human paladin.
All right. And your name in game is...
Having a hard time hearing Pac-Man.
Yeah, it just kind of went out on me. You on the road, Pac-Man?
Nope. Here.
No, you're really distant, man.
Yeah, it sounds like there's also a jet taking off in your mic.
Are you near a jet?
I'll try and switch back to it. That's it.
Okay. All right, let us begin. Let's get some music, set the scene. Let me get my phone. Really this. There we go. TSP says, don't ask about people's race. No, we'd have to. All right. Let me know if that's too loud or anything, guys. If not, then we should be good to go. All right. When we last left our adventurers, they had recently left the town of Delduck. Let me pull up the map for everybody. Just the players over there. There we go. Our adventurers had just traveled to the town of Delduck, where they dropped off Annalisa back to her uncle, where much rejoicing and celebration was had as she was returned to Vesterhingard, her uncle. They met up with the Lord. The people celebrated. They had a good time. Much rejoicing for getting Annalisa back to her family. Next day, the party started its way back to Evening Star. Set up camp for the night, and on the way there, late in the night, while everybody was sleeping, they were attacked by 3 werewolves suddenly. Battle ensued, and our heroes were able to kill 2 of the werewolves, with 1 being able to run off. The party was able to identify that the 2 wolves that they killed were part of a 3 adventure group that had been in Deadluck. I keep saying Delduck, but it's wrong. It's Deadluck. And somebody they had met there, I think it was Faerun and one other person, I can't remember who was with them. But during the fight, even though they were successful in driving away the 3rd werewolf who fled and killing the 2, unfortunately, Vincil and Grim were bit by the werewolves. So we leave it right after the midst of battle. Everyone's recovering from the fight, breathing heavily, Van and Grim, you're bleeding profusely from your wounds. What does everybody do?
We need to get them help before they turn into frickin' werewolves. Does anyone respond at all?
I guess everybody just in stunned silence because Grim and Van are. Everyone's looking at you, Grim and Van, when Oregon says that.
It's already started, I believe. Can either of our faith healers have anything to assist with this?
Well, let's see. Do you have any kind of herbalist kit?
I do.
Do you have medicine?
Yes.
All right. Check. Do you have your herbalist or your kit available? See what it has in it.
Yeah, it says what's required for this, but it's something that isn't necessarily the best treatment for this. So if there is a
Well, you don't know what the treatment is. I haven't told you what it is.
no. Technically, I made the roll like a mad person last time. I got a natural 20, but we can redo it if I remember right.
No, we haven't done any. Well, yeah. So in the kit, does it have any wolfsbane or belladonna? Actually, roll a medicine check, Corinth. $18.
You got it.
All right. You know, because you have medicine background, that lichen, I can't even pronounce it.
Lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy. Thank you. Has to be treated immediately with wolfsbane, which can only stop it. The only way to cure it is two ways. If you have belladonna, which is dangerous, right?
That was the part I was saying. Yeah, I believe is dangerous. The belladonna.
You can give them belladonna, but they have to be able to rest for 3 days because you have to do three uses of it, and sometimes it has to be done immediately and then within 3 days, and it takes 3 days for the belladonna to work. The wolfsbane, if you have it, will immediately start slowing the spread of the disease.
Okay, well, I just have the herbalist kit that comes with the. I don't know. We didn't roll for specifically what would be in my herbalist kit.
Let's say you have some.
Okay, so
but you don't have any. You have belladonna. Understand with your medicine that this is not the place to be doing that. You know that they have to be getting lots of rest because once they take the belladonna, it's poison. It's going to tear them apart. You do know also that a cleric of 5th level or higher with a remove curse can cure them of this as well.
What about a paladin?
I think they have to be a little bit higher level, but it's a 5th level remove curse spell. Actually, it would be a higher level, but yeah, you need a cleric of some renown to remove the curse.
Yeah, I didn't remember if there was one of their their 1-a-day abilities in 5th edition. If a paladin could cure it at a certain level.
They probably can. Yeah. It's any kind of it's that spell specifically. And
we have a someone of Torm and. I forget what the other person's faith is, so.
Can ask Pac-Man what his faith is.
This is Pac-Man.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a paladin, but I don't have remove curse yet.
So you don't have remove curse.
It's too high level.
All right. So with your medicine check, you can go ahead and start bandaging them up using the wolfsbane. Grim and Vincel, I need you both to make Constitution checks, please. So roll a d20 and add your Constitution modifier to it.
That would be a 10.
Okay. Vincel?
Hold on. Let me get my D. So d20?
Yeah, d20 and add your Constitution modifier.
Great.
All right, Vincel, you're starting to feel the effects a little bit. You're starting to feel like a little feverish, but it's not really hitting you that hard. Grim is starting to hit you hard. You're starting to feel really sick. It feels like your body's starting to burn. The wolfsbane is slowing the spread, but it's still hitting you. So because of your Constitution check, it's spreading to you a little bit quicker. You're feeling like you're burning up with fever.
I don't feel good.
So is there any kind of
Valeron, what the
Like,
hell
place
did
where
you
we
do
can
to
secure
him?
them? I'm saving them.
But now he's... Well, at least when I burned our people, I did it intentionally. What the hell's happening to Morgrim?
Yeah, that was awesome when you did that.
In fact, it still smells.
What's going on with Morgrim? What are you doing? What do we got to do?
I can only slow the course of the wolf's disease in their blood now. We must get back to a town with a priest of higher level to properly remove it and make sure that it is not going to return.
Let's go back to Deadluck then and talk to the Lord dude. He likes us.
Yeah, and I would say that we should probably have our two friends properly restrained.
You do know from your medicine check.
Hell no.
You do know from your medicine check because of how high you roll that nothing will start happening for a while until the next full moon, which is like a week away.
Okay, good.
Is there going to be an appropriate healing temple or anything in Delduk, or should we just push straight through to Arabelle?
You don't know. Make an intelligence check. Whoever said that.
And remember, I'm keeping a journal of everything as well, so I have it written down if you want me to look.
Who said? He said. Was that John?
Yeah.
10. Well, you don't know if Deadluck has one, but you do know that typically every town of size like this or something is going to have healers there. So I mean, you know, Lords of the Land will always have some kind of healer with them. I mean, it just makes sense. You know, I mean, if it was a smaller town or a crossroad town, you know, that's got like 100, 200 people, the chances are probably not so great. But you do know that there are clerics usually within each of these, at least one or two, possibly more, in these small towns, you know, offering their services and stuff like that.
Is going back to Delduk quicker or going through to Arabelle just about the same amount of time?
Arabelle will take you from your point at least a day and a half, if not 2 days. Deadluck would be half a day back the way you came.
Evening Star would be closer if we move in that same direction.
You get your equal distance from Deadluck as you are from Evening Star.
Yeah. Let's go back to Deadluck.
Yeah, that seems like the wise choice. And we had discussed some of the temples with the Lord there, because I asked about a temple to my Stara, and remember I was denied.
Well, it's not that he denied it. If you remember, he
said
there's no like, you know, I mean, there are small little outclaws, you know, that Cormyr has Ilmater and some other ones, but there's no cathedral or main churches here. If anything, it would be a small house or a worship place that would be for any clerics that exist there. If there was any kind of temple, it would be at the Lord's, near the Lord's mansion house, and Deadluck. That'd be your best bet.
All right, let's go to Deadluck, and Morgrim and Vancel don't bite each other or anyone else. No biting. No biting.
I glare at the gnome.
All right. So you guys are immediately traveling back?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I need everybody to roll. Well, you guys got some rest, so I'll see you have a short rest. So you get back there. Who's on point? Who's watching?
I mean, I'll be awake because I think I took one of the earlier watches that was done. So yeah, I'll be
right on the way back. Who's looking out? Who's watching the environment?
Not I.
So
I'll say I'm one of them.
I imagine I'm probably watching over the two that are in the throes of the sickness.
All right. So Finn, go ahead and make a perception check, please.
5 total.
You think it's a beautiful morning. The sun's starting to rise as you guys at the Deadluck. you get sidetracked by some bird songs and stuff. You're not really seeing anything, but you're a little tired, so you're like you're kind of looking, but you're not really. You're daydreaming a little bit.
I know we're past the point, but can I do something while we were back there? Because I forgot to mention that I was gonna want to do that. Sure. I wanted to take the bodies of the ones that we killed with us, the 2 werewolves.
Okay. Do you guys load up the bodies?
We might want to burn them.
We can burn them later. I don't know what they need or don't need, but we'll kill them later.
Yeah, they're dead. They're corpses.
Yeah, let's take them to the Lord so that he can see what we faced, and I don't know if there's something special.
All right.
Okay, and then like on the way, there would be a point at which I say, "Why did these freaking people attack us? We didn't anger werewolves."
Who you say that to?
Just in general, while watching. It's like I don't know why would they attack us?
We were probably spotted.
As I'm sitting there sweating, I'm gonna say Ixnay on the Airwolf way.
What? I
right,
don't speak Russian.
Let's not bring that up where we're going, please. I prefer not to get lynched.
We have to because we have to tell them what the hell you were bitten by.
All right. Nothing happens on your journey back. I need Van and Grin to make another Constitution check, please.
That would be a 19.
All right, Grim, you're fighting the good fight. You're still fighting off the effects. You're burning, but it doesn't seem to be hitting you like it was before. It is, but you're able to resist it. Van, you're just trucking along as well. So you both are. You're feeling the burn, but you're not. You're not past the point of delirium or anything. But you feel like you got a fever. You feel like you got a cold. Like you feel very sick and shaky and stuff like that.
I'm not dead yet.
Hmm.
I feel happy.
All right. You get the Deadluck. Where are you guys? You get into town. It's very early in the morning, like just a crack of dawn. Where are you headed?
The big mansion of the Lord.
All right. Do you know where that's at, Finn?
You said we could see it, so I'm assuming we can see it. I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't know which one it is. Yeah, you don't know what it is, so you probably need to ask somebody.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there were multiple ones. In that case, we go to the large house behind the bar to talk to Vester.
Okay. You head to the bar and you walk in. There's one or two patrons in, and there's a serving waitress there. You've seen her before, and she's helping people in. You guys bring Grim and them in, or who's going in, or what do you guys, when you get there, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna stay at the cart.
I'm gonna say keep an eye out on them. Let me go find Vester.
All right. So you go running in. You see the waitress, and you see two patrons, but someone behind the bar, and you don't see anybody else.
Miss, where's Vester? I need to speak with him immediately.
She kind of looks at you surprised and like, he should be in any moment. He usually gets in early in the morning.
Which way is his house? It's urgent. I can't wait.
It's behind the bar here.
Okay. May I please go?
You can do whatever you want. I'm not.
Oh, it's not through the bar, right? Sorry. When she says behind the bar,
no, they're not linked. It's behind the bar. There's a house across the. It's right behind there.
Okay.
Behind the road and
you see this little gnome scurrying out the door to the house behind the bar.
Okay. All right. So you go around to the side, and then you go to the back, and then you see a nice house. Put together log house. It's really nice. It's pretty decent size. You see that there's smoke coming out of the chimney, and there's some. It's beginning where the sun is out now, but you can see that it looks like there are people up and about inside.
And I knock furiously on the door.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
Mr. Vester, it's Oregon. We need to speak immediately.
He comes up to the door. It's like he's wide awake. He's looking at you. He's like, Oregon? Why are you back here? I thought you were on your way to Arabelle.
We were, but on our way there, we were attacked by werewolves, and we need help. 2 of my friends were bitten.
Well, wait, hold on. He backs up. Like, you were attacked by what?
Werewolves.
He's like, oh no. I mean, I can't help you. And what do you need? He's like,
I don't know who to go to. I wanted to go and talk to Lord Jalen, but I don't know which is his house, and if he's able to help, or I don't know who else to talk to.
Okay, he's like, okay. He turns around to his wife, goes back in. You hear, you see him come out. He's got a little coat on and stuff. He's like, all right, come with me. Where are your friends and stuff?
We're right in front.
Okay, he's like, okay. All right, so he goes up front with you guys, and he's like, all right, follow me down this road. And he takes you down the roads, and it's a ways away. It's more in the back on top of a little bit of a hill, and you come up to the gate. The 2 guards immediately that are there. There's a wall around the house, right? Mm-hmm. And there's 2 guards in the front gate, and there's a very nice 2-story house. Well put together, again made of wood, but it's a really nice house. The guards immediately they know who he is, so they come up and they ask, and he says he needs to speak. There's some talk, and then they immediately open the gate, and you guys are let inside. You come around to the front of the house, and a person comes out, looks like a man of middle-aged years. He comes up and speaks to Bester, and then he goes back running inside, and he comes back over to you guys, and he's like, all right, I got you in here. The Lord is going to be here in a second, so just hang tight, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much, Bester.
All right. You see a minute later, 2 minutes later, you see Lord Jalen come out. He's got his sword. He's strapping his sword on. You see with him, he's got the same guy you saw before, and you see another younger man there with him, and you see an older female. She has long braided black hair, and she has brown eyes. She has very nice silky, but a little bit sunburned skin. She's about 5'7", and she's very skinny. And what's really cool, she has 2 piercings on her forehead. And he comes up to you guys like, well, looks like you guys had a little bit of trouble.
Yes, sir. These are the 2 werewolves that attacked us, and I point to the 2 corpses. We managed to take them down, but my 2 friends over there were bit, so we need your help in order to remove something. My elven friend over here gave them something, some plant, something or other, and it apparently is helping, and so we ran back here as quickly as we could.
All right. You see a couple other guys coming up from around the house, and seems to be a big commotion, and he's like, all right, it's like, all right, you 2, get the corpses, take them over to over there. He points to some kind of like barn looking shed with sheds and stuff. It's like, take them over there, deal with those in a little bit. And he looks to her, and she's like, Hildegard? And it's just like, yes. She comes up to you guys and looks at you Grim, and you Vincil, and she reaches out so you can touch her hand, and she's looking at you. She's like, all right, I need to get these 2 inside immediately. She's like, follow me. All right, so you go inside the house. It's very spacious. There's it's a nice big open area. She takes you to a room on the right. Looks like this kind of a greeting area and stuff. She places you and Vincel each in a chair, and a serving lady comes in. She's like, I need water and bandages, and she starts giving orders to this lady, and she takes off, and she's like, she looks to you, Corinth, and says, what have you treated them with so far?
They've both been treated with regular amounts of wolfsbane and rest and water.
All right. She, how long ago, and she looks to you guys again, how long ago since they've been bitten?
And it was like about 24 hours, right?
No,
Or less than that?
no.
Was
It's been about 6
uh,
hours by the time we probably got
nice.
it. Because it
Oh,
was
okay.
the third shift of the night.
it's about
and
8 hours.
It was like morning by the time we came there, so it's probably like 6 to 8 hours, right?
Okay.
She says, okay. It's like, well, luckily you got here in the nick of time. So she kind of stands up and she grabs her holy symbol. She puts her hand on the arm of First Ugrim, and you see this light emanate from her, and then you see this light kind of like go through her to where it kind of course through your body. You feel this warm, joyful, just very calming energy that comes through you, and you feel like the pain in your arm kind of go away, and then she looks over to you, Vincel, and she comes over and she kind of does the same thing. She puts her hand on your arm, and the same kind of energy flows through you, and you feel a lot better. After she does it, she kind of looks at you guys. She's like, they're going to need rest for a day. And the Lord's like, go prepare 2 rooms for them immediately. She's like, you'll need to rest for at least a full day. You'll need to basically just, at least get a day's rest, and you're going to need to wash the wound. It should be fine. The curse has been lifted. The wound itself, though, you just have to keep it clean. It's healed, but just make sure that, it's going to take a little bit while for that part to heal. I've done what I can, but you're going to need to get some rest after my healing.
What faith was she?
Roll a perception check.
I rolled a religion, unnatural 20.
Did you? Oh, okay. So you see her symbol. You know that her symbol is that of Lathander, the god
Morning
of
Lord.
spring, dawn, birth, youth, vitality, athletics, down the line. So yeah.
Thank you very much for the Morning Lord's grace, and we will make a donation to his temple or shrine or his faith here, if possible.
She's like, that's fine. The Lord asked me to help you, and I was glad to do so. Now, if you excuse me, this has kind of made me a little tired. It's still early. I'm going to go get some rest. And the Lord...
Ma'am, before you go, what is your name, so I may properly thank you?
She says, my name is Hildegard.
Hildegard. Thank you very much, Miss Hildegard.
She says, you're welcome. And Lord Jalen's like, he gives her a nod. She looks at him appreciatively, and she goes back out of the room and everything. It's like, all right, you two, he kind of looks at you, go get some rest, follow my servants, they will get you to a room in the house, and you immediately get some sleep. So they
get any arguments for me on that one.
Yeah, so Grim and Vince, they'll go back in the room and get some sleep. And so it leaves the rest of you in there, and Jalen talks to somebody, and he's like, brought us, I told him to go bring us some tea and stuff, so let's sit down, and I want you to tell me everything that happened.
Okay. So we were on our way to Evening Star, and we had to stop along the way as nightfall happened on the path, and we went off the path and we decided to make camp. And everything seemed fine, but all of a sudden we had 3 werewolves attack us. And unfortunately we were only able to kill 2. One is still out there, but 2 of our friends were bitten, and we lost track of the 3rd. And so we came straight back because we didn't know who else to turn to at that time, and we really appreciate your help, Lord Jalen.
Had you seen them before, any of you?
We had been approached in town by 3 individuals that were very unhappy but yet inquisitive about us. That was the only reference that we saw that could
Where in
correlate.
town did you see these folks?
It was at your inn. The 3 individuals were at your inn, underneath one of the tables, under a low light.
Wait,
you see Vester kind of rubbing his chin?
It was a female and 2 males.
Vester kind of pipes in. He's like, yeah, I remember them. They just had been passing through town, adventurers like such as yourself. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary, and were quiet, kept to themselves, ordered drinks, nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I went over and introduced myself and tried to speak with them, and they said to leave them alone and to no longer speak with them, and I did very much that.
What? I thought you weren't going to talk to people anymore. Thought we decided you weren't to talk to people.
I just saved our friends, so I should probably continue what I'm doing.
But you upset them.
Lord Jalen kind of chuckles. He's like, all right.
There was another that was with me. It was, I believe it was Vancel that came with me. There was one other person that was walking with me when we saw these three, if I'm not remembering everything about them correctly.
Who else was the other person?
It was Morgan.
Was Morgan? Okay. Lord Jalen kind of sighs. He's like, it's strange. We've had activity. I mean, the forests have all kind of manner of creatures. It's just been that way for a long time now. Not as much, but never werewolves. This is different. We've had all kinds of manner of creatures that are still in the forest, but he looks at Vester. He's like, I can't remember a time where werewolves ever were in the forest. And Vester kind of puts his hand on his chin. He's like, no, I can't either. You know, if this is something new. This is something different. Lord Jalen's like, yeah, it is. Can you describe the third person?
If you want me to make a knowledge check?
Mm-hmm. Are you rolling? Yeah, you remember she had her cloak up, but she was fair skinned. She had blonde hair. You do remember that. She had very, very blue-green eyes. She looked to be medium build, very slender, athletic but slender. You know, you're able to describe her pretty well to Lord Jalen. So Lord Jalen sits there, like.
So I should be able to, once I start remembering like the description more, I'm able to go into one of my books and start reading more of a description of what happened, because I have been taking some pretty good notes as well. So anyone that's there sees me reading something out of one of my books as well.
Yeah, you can write all that down. So Lord Jalen's like, well, your friends will need the afternoon to rest. I mean, it's morning, so they should be good to go by the afternoon. I'll send word to the capital about this. I mean, if werewolves are in the area, we may have to send for some specialists of some sort. Are you guys still planning to go to Arabelle?
Yeah, we're supposed to meet someone there very soon.
All right. Yeah, that's your kind of like, she's like, you remember that name of the lady?
Yes.
She may want to know about this.
Okay.
Now, you guys, I would say you'd have to hurry. She mainly spends her time in Suzelle, but I do know that for certain parts of the time, so this time of year, she spends time up in Arabelle. So, if you guys could get there sooner than later, I can't remember where he told you to meet her at. Did I give you a name of where she would be at?
Who was the name?
She's in the next town.
She's in
Yeah, in Arabelle and Amaroon.
Yeah, I don't remember if I told you what inn she was staying at, or where she was staying at.
Yeah, I don't think you gave me a specific inn, because I have her name and where, but that's all I have.
Yeah, I'll find out here in a
Wait,
second.
Amarin? Amarin was the elf at the previous city.
No, that's not.
No.
You've never met her. You never met Amarin. Let's see.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, you said you would give us the name later on. You said that she would be
Yeah, I
at a
did.
bar, and you said you would give us the name later, and just tell her that you were sent by Vester.
Correct.
It's the Watchful Lynx.
Watchful what?
Crap, I'll be right back.
The Watchful Lynx.
What's that second word? Sorry, I'm missing it.
Watchful Lynx. Lynx.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm missing it. Okay, got it.
Okay. All right. So Van and Grim have to get some rest. Is there anything in town you guys want to do while you're here?
I too am gonna get rest.
Yeah, you guys can rest.
Are there any weapon shops?
Yeah, is there a bowyer or a blacksmith?
Yeah. You ask Bester, he tells you there is a blacksmith or two in town. You just have to go to the market area. You can find them there. They should be open now since it's this early in the morning.
Are there any in particular that specialize in weapons effective against werewolves?
You mean like silver?
Yeah. I don't feel like bear
those
hugging another one.
I mean, they can make silver weapons. I don't know if they have any on there. You mean you can ask? It's not really my knowledge base, but you could go there and definitely ask. But yeah, I mean, he tells you where to go to the town. It's about 10 minutes from here.
Okay.
Sent to the marketplace. All right. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. Anybody else want to go weapon shopping?
Yeah, so they all go too.
Okay.
I need to finish
who's
my
going
rest.
weapon shopping?
So Trigaris, Seville.
So Rogaris and who else?
Sidell.
Sidell, okay. So you guys go to the blacksmith. You see the market. You see that it's early morning. Hold on, let me do something here. Where is it? I can get the damn thing working. All right. So you guys get to the market. It's beginning of the morning. People are opening up shops. There's people moving all around. It just like Bester told you. You find two blacksmith shops open. One seems bigger than the other. You see both are in business, so you can see and hear as you get closer the hammering. So there's one on the left, one on the right.
Which one's the bigger one?
The one on the right.
Let's go there.
All right.
Sounds good.
So you go in. There's a shop, and there's two buildings. There's kind of a building on the left that is an open area. That the front's open. It's 3/4, so there's an open area. You can see that there's many people in there, and they're pounding away. There's guys, pounding on metal and stuff. And there's a shop on the right next to it. So the blacksmith is separate from the shop that carries the wares that's on the right.
I'll go to the shop.
Yeah, I'll go with them.
All right, so you guys, you can hear the clinking of metal, the pounding of metal. The smell of hot heated metal hits your nostrils. But as you walk to the shop, you walk in. It's a shop. It's got along the walls. You see all kinds of weapons and armor everywhere. And you see sitting behind the counter. See an old man sitting there. He has long flowing hair, bald. He's bald up top with long flowing hair on the side and a big beard hanging down. He's really, really skinny, and he's sitting there reading a book, and he's got glasses and spectacles on. You come in, he's like, "Well, what can I do you for?"
Have you got anything meant to kill werewolves?
Well, we carry all kinds of weapons like that. You must be looking for the silver kind.
Yep.
But not to worry there, youngster. What kind of weapon are you looking for?
Like an axe.
An axe, you say? It's like, all right, give me a second here. Let me go through my notes and see what I got in. Yeah, well, if it could. I'm going to kill my. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the damn weapon stuff. No, stop doing that. God dang it. You see he's like rummaging through there. It's like, kind of a strange request. You plan on killing any werewolves? Not that I know of any werewolves in my time here.
First time for everything.
Like, well, I guess you're right about that. All right. So he's like, I do have an axe. It is silver. He hands it over. He goes rummaging to the back, and he comes back, and he's like, don't usually carry these out in the open. They're a little bit more pricey because they are made of silver. But, well, if you're going to be going around killing werewolves, I mean, we do carry it for other purposes, more decorative than anything, but it's well made. It's nothing special about it.
How much is it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh,
It's going to be really expensive.
Yeah.
Silver weapons are really expensive.
If I can get my damn... Hold on.
Also, have we split up the gold yet?
No, we haven't cashed anything in because we were waiting for a bigger city to cash it. So it's all
Alright, so,
all lumped together.
so we're like window shopping right now?
Yeah.
Or did Oregon come with us?
No, I went to bed because I needed my full rest.
Okay.
This is just a regular battle axe, right? That you're looking for?
well, if it's better than a regular one, that would be great, as long as it's silver.
But it's silver, so it's going to be. It's like, well, usually a battle axe of this kind would usually go about 10 gold pieces, but this one being that it's silver, it's got a little bit more, cost in making it and stuff. He's like, well, I can give you this one for 18 gold pieces.
Done.
Alrighty, sir. That'll be 18 gold pieces, and I'll just give you this axe.
Thank you.
Alright, so I'll put in your inventory a silver battle axe. And he looks
then-
over to you, Sidell. He's like, hey there, fine-looking young man. What can I do for you today? Are you looking for silver, or maybe something a little bit more exotic?
I am looking for silver. I'm in the market for a warhammer or a longsword.
A longsword, or just a regular old longsword?
Silver, please.
Silver. I don't know if I have one of those. Let me look. He flips through his book. He's like, let me look here. Dang, man. He's like, wait a minute, I got something like that. He runs back into the back, and you hear crashing and stuff. God damn, son of a god! Who put that goddamn box there? Praise the gods, kill my son. And he comes running out. You see, he's got a little mark on his head. Sorry about that. My idiot son just leaving stuff everywhere. All right, he's like, I got this nice longsword. It's silver. Usually these go about 15 gold pieces, but I can give it to you for 23 gold pieces.
How about 22 gold pieces?
Make a persuasion check. What'd you roll?
16.
He goes, How about 22 and 50 silver?
Sold and sold.
All right, then. He's like, just give me the money. So you hand him over the money.
Hand it over. Yep.
All right, he's like, all right, here you go, young man. He's like, now, is there anything else, you young fellas, I can help you with?
Do you have any heat-resistant armor?
You mean resistance to fire and stuff like that?
Resistance to fire and gnomes.
Well, we don't really make many of the magical items, if that's what you're root for. You're probably not going to find anything like that here in the Outlands. You probably have to go to a major city and one of them enchanter fellas. I don't know much about the magic and stuff. I do know that we make a lot of stuff that we ship there as part of our business, and they enchanted and stuff, but we don't sell them. We don't sell those kind of items here. You're gonna have to go to Arabelle or Cecil or Marston Bear to get something like that.
Which shop do you normally sell your best quality gear to for them to enchant?
Well, there's a place called the Twin Outlet Enchantments Emporium. and Arabelle, and that's where we send a lot of our stuff. There's I've actually met them, two elves that run that business. They're twins, a male elf and a she elf, and they can get you squared away.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. There's a can't interest you boys in anything else. I got some silver daggers and stuff of that nature.
How much are the silver daggers?
Well, let me just look here. I gotta check my notes because there's so much stuff. I gotta keep track of what I'm doing.
But wait, there's
they
more.
run you about 5 gold pieces a piece. I only got 2 of them though.
I'll take them both.
Oh well, thank you, sir. He's like, well, that'll be 8 gold pieces, please. Looks like you still. Anything else I can interest in you there, fine young feller?
I think I'll take this for a spin first. And I sheathe the longsword.
Well, all right. Well, just make sure you let people know where you got it from. Especially when you kill a werewolf, that you kill werewolves with those things. You let them know that you bought it from here.
If it keeps me safe from a werewolf, will do.
All right. Well, I appreciate your business. Anything I can do for you else?
That should be it.
All right. Well, you gentlemen have a great day. I will and be safe and avoid them werewolves. All right.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys leave the shop. Anything else anybody else wants to do?
How much time passes? Because I'm probably still.
I'd say it took them about 30 minutes to an hour. I mean,
Okay, so I'm still.
Everybody wants to eat.
I am in my room sawing down a very large forest.
Yeah, you and Vincil are knocked out. You guys are worn out.
Yeah.
Anything else anybody else wants to do while they're in town?
I will
I'm
once I
keeping
wake up. So.
Yeah, I'm keeping watch of them while they're, asleep and stuff to make sure that, no one else is coming back to the inn and that kind of stuff.
All right, so you all wake up and get some rest, and when you guys do wake up, so you guys all go back to the manor house. Lord,
Jalen.
Yeah, sorry. Notes. Or Jalen looks at you and it's like, I've got some food here, you guys. We're going to get back on the road. We're making inquiries. A search of the land will be for this lady. We'll keep our eye out for her, but be cautious. From my knowledge of werewolves, usually the reason they went after you is because they're trying to infect more people. There are different kind of were creatures in the world. Some are good, actually. Some are bad. Werewolves are very, very bad. They want to increase their numbers, and they go after strong party people, members such as yourself. Because if they can get hit with them, especially in the woods, then that's that. So we will be on the lookout. But when you do get to Arabelle, I would bring this up with Aaron.
We definitely will. Thank you very much.
All right. So food is provided. You guys get food, tea, whatever you guys need. And
what time of day is it?
It's about 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys got to right at dawn, so 5:36 in the morning when all this took place. So you've had another good long rest, I would say.
I don't know what check this would be, or if we would know. If we set off today, and when we have to stop, if we do another day's travel, will we reach Evening Star, or will we still have to do another stop in the middle?
You stopped mainly because it was nighttime. You could push to get there midnight if you go at a really strong pace. You guys weren't really pushing it, right? If you push the horse a little bit, which you could do, you could probably get there really late at night.
So I'll say to the group, who's with us? So right now it's still just me,
Phil and Grim got their rest. Everybody's there, yeah.
Oh, okay. So Sidel and Rorgers are back?
Yeah.
Okay. I say we stay at the inn for the night and take off in the morning so we don't have to stop multiple times on the way or anything like that.
It's a fair call.
And maybe we can help out Lord Jalen a little bit. And is Lord Jalen still here?
Yeah, he's in there's help me out how?
Would it be okay if we joined the watch during the night to see if maybe there's any parties that are patrolling to see if those werewolves are staying within this area?
I mean, you can. I don't think it's going to accomplish anything. I mean, it sounds like you killed the two that you killed. I don't think they're going to come back here for a bit. We are trying to ascertain. Things are being done right now with spells and stuff, who these people were. So we're doing our part here. If we get any information, we'll forward it to you in Arabelle, but I don't think they're going to try to come back here unless they're just really, really stupid people. And I don't think they were stupid people. So I think that they are probably going to avoid this area for a bit.
Okay. So, turn back to the group. So, yeah, so shall we just stay here for the night? Make sure we're equipped with what we need? I don't need to pick up...
So you guys, Vester doesn't charge you. You guys easily can get the rooms you need for the night, for the inn. Yeah, you guys are welcome there. Is there anything else you want to do in town or anything?
I mean, I will make a donation at like the shrine or temple to Lathander or something like that.
There's not a shrine. The Lord lets you know that she does have a small house that she uses for worship and stuff. So you can go back and talk to her. She has her own quarters on the residence grounds.
So I'll make sure to go back and thank her again and maybe ask some questions about
so let's do that now. So you go around and she's not there, and you see your residence. She's there. It's a nice structure. You can see that there's some herbs and stuff on the outside that are dry and things of that nature, and some other things. It's a very nice little. It's like a little cottage, and you go up and knock on the door. She answers. It's like, yes, can I help you?
And I'd say, hello. I just wanted to make good and make sure your rest had returned you to your former spirits, and I wanted to make a donation to your faith for saving our friends, as I said I would.
She says it was my pleasure. I am on the beck of the call of the Dilkhouse, of the family, and it's like, I don't really have a need for it here, but if you would like to, when you go to one of the major cities, stop by one of the temples and just donate it there.
Most definitely, thank you. Is there anything that you might be able to tell me about these creatures that had attacked us that might help us while our travels?
Well, I mean, I know it's strange that we would have werewolves here.
My concern is the
part
one
of
that's left alive.
Yeah, I don't, two gods kind of have more dealings with creatures of such nature. The good ones are mainly under Selene, and the other ones are, I can't think of the guy's name. I just went blank. I have to look it up. Hold on. I had this in my head and I completely forgot about it.
Are you Google searching bad guy werewolf god?
I know what the name is. I just can't remember the specific name.
There's a Google for everything.
There is. I have to. Malar. So I knew it was something like that. I just want to make sure I told you. He is the opposite of what's. I mean, good lycanthropes are for like Saloon. Then that she tells you about bears and stuff like that, and bad ones are with Malar. He's the god of the hunt and things of that nature. Very evil.
The Beast Lord.
The Beast Lord. Yes. So she's like, you have an idea. It's just weird to have those kind of creatures here. We've had a lot of strange stuff happen in this land, but I've never had any kind of tells of werewolves that I know of. I mean, we've had some other creatures and stuff, but I mean, you can research different areas about that, but that's about all I know.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. So you thank her. She waves you goodbye, and you guys. Anything else you guys want to do?
I'm looking for an alchemist and an herbalist.
You find neither in this area.
Neither? Okay.
Nope. It's an outdoor frontier place. I mean, there's nothing like that here. If there is, it's like it would be somebody local, but nobody knows that they're dicking around with potions and stuff of that nature. Again, you get the sense you have to go to one of the bigger cities to find something along those lines.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
I'll do my typical playing music in the bar.
All right, make a performance check. Let's see how you do, Ken.
Okay. 6.
Can I assist him?
No.
Damn.
You do great, Finn. The people love it. You just even do better than before. And Elise is there that night. She's just clapping and so happy to see you again. She didn't think she would ever see you again this soon. So she's very happy. She runs up to all you, very happy to see you, especially you, Oregon. And so there's much rejoicing and drinking and stuff like that. And you keep the crowd entertained all night. You make you make 5 gold and 3 silver.
Oh wow,
Silver.
nice.
Yeah.
That high of a roll, yeah. Usually it's maybe a couple gold if you like to, but anything about 20, man, you're doing really good. And you kind of people look at you as kind of heroes. The fact that you're kicking ass like you're okay. So,
And no sign of the other woman just happened to be anywhere inside.
none of you guys see that at all. So we'll say for the sake of everything, you guys, let's speed things up a little bit. Anything else you guys want to do in Deadlock? I mean,
No, nothing.
Not I.
anything you want to do in Evening Star?
Evening Star, I'll again look for an herbalist and an alchemist.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing, nothing there?
No, nothing that you guys want to. Anything you want to do at Evening Star?
But you're saying there's no herbalist or
I'm
alchemist?
skipping up.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
so for the sake of moving forward, you'll say that it takes you 2 days. You get to Arabelle. You come to the gate. You are now back into the city proper. We'll say it's dusk on the second day.
Dusk of the second day. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we should wait to talk to Amarin, so I think we should go. We should go and find her right now, at the Wandering Links or the Watching Links.
I agree.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, roll. Who wants to make the investigation check?
Oh, can I just ask people where it is?
Yeah, you can.
Would that just be persuasion to tell people, to ask people to tell me where it is?
Just make an investigation check, fam.
I suck at investigation.
I can roll it.
Whoever rolls, somebody roll.
I'll roll.
Yeah, I suck.
27.
I don't know why we're getting 2 numbers here.
So it
'Cause
always
I've-
does 2. I
I've
think the second
advantage.
number
The
is
left
assuming
number.
advantage.
It's
Okay.
advantage, yeah.
So from now on, guys, just roll a regular d20, then add your score. 'Cause-
Yeah,
So
like that
if
one.
If you have advantage, you get 2 rolls, and you take the better of the 2.
But you didn't
That's
have
why
it.
it's doing that.
Yeah,
It does it
so-
anyways, though, even if you don't have
Yeah,
it.
so just for now on, just use a d20 and stuff. If I say advantage, you want to do it that way, fine. But it's confusing the snot out of me.
No, just take the
Yeah,
first
no,
number.
It's really
yeah, no, because I thought if you actually had points in the skill, that was considered advantage. That's why you
it's only
thought-
advantage if someone's assisting you. Let's say like this is off character. So let's say you guys.
That's why I thought it was always rolling twice.
Right, it's not always advantage. Unless someone says like you're both looking for something, then either both can do it or one person can do it with advantage because you're getting an assist, right? Like you're trying to con someone. If you're trying to con someone by yourself, it's just you. But say like Finn's trying to help you, that's advantage.
Yeah, I just thought that was a new way that the 5e skills were working, since everybody could roll for any skill, even if you weren't actually skilled in it.
It is, but it's situational. I don't. For me, it's what the situation calls for. So
sounds good. Well, then we'll just go to a d20 plus. It would be your intelligence modifier then.
Well, investigation. You're trying to see someone that catches your eye and ask them a question. But you're not trying to persuade them to do anything, so that's why it's an investigation. You're trying to figure out where this place is. So go ahead and roll a d20 and add your investigation score. Which is
21.
That'll do it. You go up to one lady. She's like, "Oh, that's up in the noble quarter. Just go." She gives you directions, and off you go. She blew that out of the water. So yeah, you're easily able to find this place. You get there, you see that it's got a links on the sign. It's a two very big this is a very nice place. 2 stories. It's very big. It's got pillars in the front. You see that there's bouncers in the front. You see nice people going in and out. So yeah. So, what do you guys want to do? You get there, and what do you want to do?
Go inside, and what is it in the inside?
What are you going to do about the horse and cart?
All right. Well, so who's gonna? Should I just go in and talk to her, or do you all want to come?
No,
I'll go with
stay
them.
outside with the cart.
Who's staying out with the cart?
Rogaris.
Make an intelligence check, Rogaris. Just roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier. Good lord, you guys are rolling natural 20. Jesus. You remember that there's places where you can leave the cart, so if you guys want to leave your cart, and then you can just move around town freely. There's actually one nearby here that you guys have previously seen on the way there. So if you guys want to go do that first, you can. But that's what you think.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Rogaris, that's what you think. You think these guys are not using their brains, but you're a dwarf, so it confuses and causes you pain in your mental facilities. So you guys, let's say for sake, you take care of the cart and you come back. You walk in. So when you walk in, this place is huge in the inside. So you can see there's even a second story, right, where there's people in this entrance. You walk in, there's a big medium-sized chandelier. It's, glowing lights, tons of waitresses running around. There's a 7-piece band on a stage playing. There's tons of tables, big and small, lots of people coming in and out. This looks like a place where high-end middle class and nobles and stuff of that nature kind of hang out. You do see a lot of purple dragon knights and wizards and all kinds of races in here. There's actually 2 bars, one on each side. Huge bars. You can see there's bottles behind them and stuff with a giant mirror. This is a really nice place. So yeah, you see people everywhere. There's actually rooms in the back that people can use, and in the back of this giant room, it's kind of like a T-shaped. You can see that there's people. You can hear people drinking, and you can see people playing cards and stuff of that nature. So yeah, it's really, really super.
I see people playing cards.
Yes, you do.
I will go see if I can get in on a game.
All right. So Grim goes off to run for game. What does anybody else do? So Grim start working with me back there.
I'm gonna head towards the bar, towards what the bartender has there.
Yeah, you jump up next. You see that you kind of, being as small as you are, it's not hard for you to get in there. As people are coming in and asking for drinks and at the bar and stuff. You see the 3 people behind the bar and one lady with her hair pulled up and stuff. Looks really put together. She's like, "Oh, sir, how can I help you?"
I am looking for Lady Amarin.
She kind of looks at you quizzically and smirks. And what business do you have with the lady?
It's a matter. It's a private matter that I must discuss with her immediately.
She starts laughing, like she kind of leans in, like, "Do you know who she is?"
No, ma'am.
She starts crackling, like, "Oh, I can't wait." She just says out loud, "Oh, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this to play out." It's like, just because I just want to see. It'd be my pleasure. Out there, back there in the back, you'll find her and her compatriot at a card game.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
Okay. And
all right, Graham, you get back there. You see three. You see three tables. Three tables of cards going on poker. And they're playing cards, and I mean, it's the version of Faerun's poker. I mean, there's different kind of pitchers and stuff like that, but you kind of know how to play the game. You see, there's a couple chairs. There's one or two chairs open for each game. Usually about 5 to 6 people. Make a perception check.
17.
All right, you see at one table, looks like there's 5 gentlemen playing, different ages and stuff. The next table, you see 2 women and 2 guys and an orc, half orc playing at another game, drinking and stuff. And another one, you see there's 6 people playing. You see a young man with blonde hair, a lady with dark hair sitting next to him. She's not playing; she's just kind of hanging out. And you see 2 older gentlemen. You see 2 other guys playing that are purple dragons, and they all seem to be laughing and having a good time and stuff like that.
Let's join the table with the blonde.
The blonde gentleman? Okay.
No, the blonde woman.
She has brown hair, dark hair. This is the blonde.
Oh,
the guy
yeah.
was blonde.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. All right, you come up, and he kind of looks up at you, like, kind of smirking, like, "Can I help you, sir?"
How much is buy-ins?
It's like, it's just a friendly game, but playing for piddly. It's like we just for fun, but 5 silver, get you in.
I'll put down a gold because that's all I got is gold pieces.
Well, yeah, half a gold piece would be, but he's like, "Hey, if you got gold, you're more than welcome here." But this is, as I said, we keep it civil. It's 5 silver to get in, but play for coppers and silver. This is a friendly game.
Fair call.
I've never seen you around here. Are you
just got into town today.
Wow.
Long journey.
He looks around the table and, "Gentlemen, we got ourselves here a newbie." They all start smirking and stuff. It's like, "Do you know how to play?"
Yes.
All right. It's like, "Well, take a seat." Comes over as soon as you sit down. She's like, and you get some chips. You get like a couple of gold worth of chips and stuff. And the lady comes up and says, "Can I get you some love?"
Hold on, you broke up there for me. What'd you say?
She's like, "What can I get you, love?"
Oh, I'll have an ale, please.
An ale it is. It's just to be full coppice.
I'll give her a gold. I feel.
She looks at you like, "You just made a new friend, Grim." In the waitressing world. 4 coppers, you gave her a gold. She's going to be like waiting on hands and feet, and see a nod of approval from the blonde-haired gentleman. So at this time, you guys are working your way to the back. You see Grim sit at the table with these purple dragon knights and these other 2 guys and this lady and this gentleman playing cards.
so the table is just a lady, a gentleman, and Grim?
No, it's 7 people. There's the lady and the blonde-haired guy. And you see 2 older guys to the left of the lady, and you see 2 other guys, purple dragons, middle-aged men, like in the 30s, playing cards.
Okay.
And Grim is just as you guys are going back there, you see Grim has kind of sat down and is down to play.
And there's other people hanging around, like just standing and watching, right?
Yeah, everybody's just kind of standing, laughing, smoking. You can see the blonde guy has got a looks like a cigarette. He's kind of smoking a cigarette as well.
Okay.
So it looks like one of those rolled up ones. So he's kind of smoking that. The lady is actually smoking. It's like a very feminine pipe. She's sitting there kind of smoking it, which looks kind of cool because she's a roll perception. Well, you can see her. She is flat out gorgeous.
Okay.
Then the guy, it seems like the guy sitting there he's very, very, very handsome.
Okay. When I go in, I'm gonna kind of find one of the guys that's maybe just relaxing and talking with a group of people, and maybe not in a conversation, but just hanging out, and just kind of poke at him and say, "Excuse me, do you know which one is Amarin?"
This guy, he's about 6 foot tall. He kind of looks down at you. He's like, "She's right there."
And where does he like?
He
looks
points to the
towards
table he points to the table that Grim's sitting at.
Okay. Oh, well, thank you very much, sir.
He kind of looks at you curiously as he's smoking a pipe. He says, "Okay." He just looks at you like, "She's right there. Go get her."
Am I seeing what he's doing?
No, you're paying attention to the game. So you're drinking ale, everybody's drinking. So, and they're kind of swapping stories and stuff. You can kind of tell that these are kind of roll. You kind of get a sense. You don't need to roll for this. You kind of get a sense that these guys are like war buddies. All of them.
Oh, well, that's cool. You all know each other? I actually say that.
He's like, "Yeah, we fought in the war here recently, among other things." They all start chuckling. Like, "Yeah, we sure did."
Oh, no. I will say thank you for your service. Can I buy you around?
The lady kind of chuckles. She's like, "Well, I guess you can't turn that down." So the waitress has just been waiting. Like, as soon as you said that, she's like, "What can I get everybody?"
And pick what you'd like.
Drinks, yeah. And she's like, she comes up, gives the total. She's like, "That'll be 3 silver and full copper, please."
Hold on, I'm getting massive amounts of text messages. I couldn't hear a word you said. How much?
That'll be 3 silver and 4 copper.
Another gold piece. Keep the change.
She just looks at you like she's fallen in love.
Grim just fine love.
Not that kind of love. She's just like, "I just found me a cash cow's kind of love."
I'm in a good mood.
Yeah. So, cards are dealt,
I see all this, right?
Yeah, you see all this.
Okay, so as the waitress comes back with the drinks, I kind of as she wanders back, right? She kind of leaves the room to go back to the bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
I follow her back to the bar.
Okay, you follow her back to the bar. What are the rest of you guys doing? You guys just kind of standing around the table and stuff?
You're just sitting at the bar.
Vincel, Regaris, you guys are just kind of chilling there?
Yeah, just sitting by the bar.
So you're sitting by the bar. Okay, Vincel, where are you at? Are you over there watching the game, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Regaris, you're at the bar. What about you, Sidel? I didn't hear you.
Sitting at the bar.
Okay. Did Andrew get on here? No? I don't think he did, right? Yeah, so he's your dwarven buddy's sitting there with you.
I'm at the table as well. Balrine.
So Vincil and you guys are sitting behind. You're standing behind him as he's playing. So we'll go to you, Finn. Finn, what are you doing? You follow the waitress back to the bar. She's waiting. She goes up to the sidebar. There's a side thing where she's like, "Oh, I need blah blah brandy and blah blah blah." So she's getting her drink orders for the Grim just ordered.
Okay, and I say, excuse me, miss. I need to deliver a message to Miss Amarin. Could you please give this to her at the same time you give her her drink? And I also pull out like a silver piece.
She kind of looks at you curiously. It's like, but she's right there.
Yes, but I don't want to interrupt her at the table.
But she's right there.
And I kind of wave the silver piece, and I say, so you won't give her the
All
message
right.
on a paper?
She takes the silver easily and says, "All right." So she puts it in her pocket. She's gonna, when she gets her drink, she'll take it over.
Okay. And do you want me to tell you? I can just tell you what the message says. So the message says, I have a message from Lord Jalen. I am the gnome standing behind the new guy. That's it.
All right.
And after I give her that note, I will go stand directly behind Grim.
Yep. So you go do that. You see the waitress come over. She gives a drink. She comes up to Amarin and she kind of leans over, whisper in her ear, and Amarin looks up at her kind of curiously and grabs a piece of paper and unfolds it and looks at it, and she just looks up real quickly and she spots you and she kind of gives you a nod and puts the paper and folds it, puts it back in her vest. Kind of whispers something to the men in gold. So you guys are playing. Grim, you're winning some, they're winning some, you guys are having a good time. This goes on for about 30 minutes to an hour. 30 minutes, let's say about an hour you guys play, right?
Yeah, I'm playing casually. I'm not trying to cheat or hustle them or anything, you know.
That's what I was going to see, if you're going to try to cheat or hustle. If you're not.
They were nice to me, and there's a couple purple dragons I'm playing with, so I'm not going to cheat.
So after about an hour, it's getting later in the evening. The four gentlemen stand up and they look at him as like there's a Lord Del Castle. It's like, gentlemen, and they make their way off after the roundup of handshakes and stuff like that. So table is empty. There's seats available, and you see the guy just kind of playing with chips. Roll a perception check, everyone.
And Amarin is still playing, right?
You guys won't see this. I don't know how he does, but yeah, she stopped playing. She's still sitting there smoking her little pipe and stuff, and he's smoking a cigarette and drinking.
Woo!
I need to make a perception check, or
yeah, just so what you see. You guys all see this. You see that behind him because he's in the corner, right? Of this.
I don't see shit.
Yeah, you're too. You've been drinking and you're just so focused on your cards, you just don't care. But you kind of see. I'll give you an image of these guys. One thing you do notice that there's a humongous, giant greatsword sitting in the corner behind him. That. It's very well elegant and well put together. You see that he's wearing armor. It looks like full plate armor, but you can see that there's a couple pieces missing that's sitting there hanging off the greatsword and stuff. And you kind of see that she has a lot of stuff at her disposal too. Let me pull her up. So Amarin looks like this. If you guys, let me know if you guys can see the image.
We're still on the.
I have to shut the players. Is it showing you guys?
We're still on the map of Faerun. I don't know which sheet.
Yeah, I'm. Why is it not doing it? Well, crap. I can't. Let me see if I can pull it up another way, so you guys have an idea what we're dealing with here. Let's see. Give me a sec, I'll pull it up for you. I can do this. No, that's not it. God damn it. It's not cooperating with me. Alright. Jesus. Alright, so this is what Amarin looks like.
Oh, okay. I see her now.
And let's see. I'll try to get you him. I'll make it easy. Oh, if I could pull it up, I will. Why is this not working? They make this so goddamn damn. There it is. All right, and this is what he looks like here. I'll pull it up for you. There you go. So now you have a picture of what these two look like. All right, so they're just kind of sitting there just looking at you, Grim, and looking at you guys, and she kind of looks at you, Oregon, and kind of beckons you over to sit down.
And I do.
All right. She's like, well, what's the name?
My name is Oregon, ma'am.
Oregon. Well, you don't have to call me ma'am. You just call me, you can call me Amaroon.
Well, thank you very much, Amaroon.
Well, you're welcome. You have nice manners. I like that. She kind of sits there and smoking her little pipe.
Yes, so I was sent by Lord Jalen. We spoke, and he's a friend of ours from Deadluck. And unfortunately, we encountered something that I need to tell you immediately. But I don't know if this is the right atmosphere, because I believe this is something I need to tell you privately.
She kind of smirks like, you're perfectly safe here. She looks at the rest of you guys. Do you guys want to sit down too, or are you just going to stand there?
So now that the gnome isn't like done talking to her, yeah, we'll all kind of move over to the table, I'm assuming.
She's like, well, it seems like introductions are in order. I've got your name, Oregon. I think your name is Morgren?
Yes, it is. Pleasure to meet you.
And who's the gentleman, the ranger-looking fellow there?
I elbow him in the ribs.
You give your name, Vencil?
Yep. He asked me if I want to give my name.
Oh, do you want to give your name?
Yeah, my name is Van Seal.
Okay. And then she looks at you and says, and curiously, she's like, you magic user, what's your name?
Faerun, Sky Changer.
Alright. I of course, am Amaroon, and this is my, she kind of smirks at him. She's like, what are you? He kind of smirks. Oh, it's like quit being a smart ass. I am Lord Arclath Delcastle, at your service. She giggles a little bit. She's like, so, Lord Jalen sent you to us? I'm not sure why. Can you kind of tell me... Well, what were you doing in Deadluck in the first place? She kind of looks at him like, we haven't been there in a while. It's like, no, we haven't, but maybe we need to go back out there. Tell us what's going on.
We were over in that area adventuring, and we were killing some goblins. And so
he kind of puts his hands up. So you're killing goblins?
Before we met Lord Jalen, correct.
Okay, so you're killing goblins for what purpose? Just adventuring?
Correct. We got a bounty.
Okay, go. You're gonna tell. Okay, go ahead.
We had spoken with a magistrate at Deadluck that was giving 10 gold pieces per goblin year, and so we were getting the goblins.
Okay.
Make a deception check, Finn.
Okay.
If he doesn't continue the story, I will.
26 total.
So she rolls. You're in big trouble, Finn. Let's look at her. Jesus. She looks at you like, she's like, okay, continue on.
So when we found the goblins, we also found a little girl. And the little girl happened to be the daughter of the barkeep in Deadluck, which was unbeknownst to us. His name was Vester Hingard. And
Vester! Our class pipes up. I know him well. Good man.
Yes, and unfortunately, his brother and sister-in-law, who are the parents of Annalisa, the little girl we found in the cave, were murdered by the goblins. And so we returned Annalisa to Vester, who introduced us to Lord Jalen. And on our way back to Arabelle from our adventures, we had stopped in the middle of Deadlock and what was the name? Everbridge. And we unfortunately were attacked by werewolves. There were 3 of them. We managed to slay 2 of them.
You see them both kind of perk up at this. Werewolves.
Yes. And that is why Lord Jalen had wanted me to tell you this message, because it was an unusual finding. There were 3 of them. We managed to slay 2 of them. And one of them is still out there. We did injure the remaining one, but it is still out there in the forest between Deadlock and Everbridge. No, Evening Star. Sorry, Evening Star.
What are you not telling me?
He's leaving out the main mission that we were there for.
I figured there was something.
We were sent there to retrieve a box for a lady from Arabelle.
Does this lady have a name?
Yeah. Add a character, let me find it. That's like the first day.
If not, I'll decide to roll.
Yeah, I'll just roll.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. You see if you can remember.
Can I say something out of character?
Yeah.
You know, there are some things that usually you shouldn't spill your guts on unless you like going to prison.
There's a reason why we told Faerun not to talk.
He's playing his character.
I know, he's playing his character.
You can't fault him for that. What'd you roll? Oh yeah, you know her as the mistress. She didn't give you her name.
But I know the description of the person, and you said that I
You remember
who
what
she
she
was.
looks like? Yeah. You just know she's the mistress. That you don't know what her name is. You said she was the mistress, but you know what she. Yeah, you know. You can describe her too if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Do you relay this information?
Yes, and I also make the description of the person, her servant that appeared afterwards. There was more to it than it seemed, and
You see her just kind of make this sound. Oh, her. You see Arcloth kind of just rubbing his eyes like.
I believe that we were. What would I look at the gnome say?
She leans forward like the mistress' name is Lady Edgith. She is well known for her procurement and underground dealings. We know of her well. I mean, she's never caused any problems or anything. So she had you going after goblins?
No, she had
us.
us.
The Arclock's like, I don't understand that either. Like,
nope.
That doesn't seem like.
No, she asked us to go and procure a lost shipment.
Yes, an item.
An item? They both perk up at this. What kind of item?
We don't know. It was a box.
And it was sealed beyond my means.
Arcloth kind of crosses his hands in front of him. It's like, she deals in that kind of stuff, but I've never heard of such a thing like this.
The incidents were several days apart, though. The day that they took back the box was 2 or 3 days actually before we encountered the werewolf. So we do not believe that they are related, but there's no way to know for sure.
Possibly. Anything else that happened? You went there. So did you take the box back to her already?
No, we were actually stopped by her compatriot that we met.
She's here, roll her eyes. Oh, that Armwell. Yes, I know who he is.
Yes, he stopped us actually as we left the Goblin Cave, and with a group with an army of people, and took the item back.
You see them both leaning forward. Really?
Yes.
And can you describe this? You said she looks at you, Val. I can't even say your name right.
Faerun.
Valroom. I'm assuming the way you described the box that it was made of lead.
Yes.
This is curious indeed. She kind of looks over at Ark like, what is she up to? He's like, I don't know. She's into all kinds of shit. You know, he's in there drinking and smoking his pipe and stuff. Well, we appreciate you bringing this to our attention. This is unusual. We've been getting reports of some strange activity around Evening Star to the north. Just words from our sources that people going missing, not in Evening Star itself, but around some of the smaller red settlements and stuff. This werewolf attack, I think, is kind of linked to this as well. Is there anything else you can tell us that you've seen or heard or know?
I think that's it.
Hmm.
The Goblin Cave, if it helps, was outside of Monroe. It wasn't in Deadlock. Deadlock was just on our path.
Where are you guys staying?
We were going to find an inn for the night.
Go see. She points to the guy behind the bar there. He's behind the bar, but he's kind of just sitting in the chair, kind of like he's overlooking everything. It's like, that's the guy that owns this place. Tell him I said you could stay here. We're gonna go check our sources. If you guys will be here in the morning, we'll have more information for you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else that needs to be discussed? Anything?
No.
Do you think you guys want to ask them or anything?
Ma'am, how do you know Lord Jalen?
She kind of lurks. I know all the lords. Let's just say I know all the lords of this land.
And you, sir? And I look up to our.
He's like, of course I know him. I'm a lord myself.
Ooh, are you a lord in this city or?
Yes, not in this city, but down south in I can't think of the name. I'm going blank. Let me move the health in Suzdale. Sorry.
Shoesdale?
Yeah. That's where we're both from.
Oh, okay.
We come up here for certain reasons. You know, there's still a war going on, and we have vested interest in seeing Cormyr survive. So we're always busy.
Well, there is another piece of information that may be helpful to you. The gentleman that stays with the mistress was pleased with our ability to recover the item that we're not really sure what it is, and he provided us an invite to join regularly with his group. He said to meet up with him afterwards. We weren't sure what we were going to do upon our return in Arabelle, but we do have that contact available if that would help.
Interesting. Well, I would suggest you guys stay here for the night. Up to you. We'll meet back here in the morning, and we'll have more information for you.
Okay.
Agreed?
Thank you very much.
Anything anybody else wants to ask these two before they leave?
And what's the name of the guy at up there?
She didn't give it.
No, I asked her.
I know. I have to.
Oh, okay.
Give me a second. If it'll let me. God damn it. Sedan.
Sedan. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all the questions I have.
Anybody else?
I would enjoy speaking with you about your faith later, after we have become more accustomed to each other.
She kind of looks at you strangely, like, what faith?
It like out of character. It's not. It's obvious who I worship. Like I have on my staff is a symbol of my star, so it's very obvious. And it's part of my character that it's like outwardly, remember, so I don't hide it whatsoever.
Yay, we have a Jehovah's Witness in our group.
Yeah, in other words, he's a Jehovah's Witness.
And that's what exactly what, yeah, I blindly like agree with everything this lady says. I'm deferential to her.
She's roll an insight check.
Have you heard the good word about the Church of Mishra?
Please have this pamphlet.
Yeah, so at 23.
All right, you can tell that she recognized she gave everybody the once over as soon as you guys came sitting at the bar, so she knows who you are. That's why she said magic user. You kind of get that that's what she implied as soon as she saw it.
Oh,
so
I'm probably just still going to be fumbling because it's the first time that I've met the person that I've been recording about's father. You know, I mean, it's almost being starstruck kind of thing.
She seems a little tickled that you're fumbling and stuff. She's like, she kind of looks at the rest of you. She's like, Arclath, this guy obviously wants to talk to us. The rest of you guys want to hang out for the conversation?
Please don't talk to him.
She kind of looks at you when you say that, like, well, why shouldn't he talk to me?
I just facepalm and say okay, and walk towards Saddam.
So you go over to Saddam, relay the message. He gets you guys rooms. It's super cheap, like a couple silver. Usually, you can tell it'd be a little bit more expensive, but the use of her word kind of gave you access to a cheaper rate. So, well, you kind of have their attention. So they're like, "So you follow Mistra?"
I say yes. I have actually just came to to Cormier recently.
From where?
Very, very far off.
Well,
Evermeet.
So you were a part of the recent campaign in Cormanther?
Yes.
Makes sense. What do you want to know?
Well, I would just love to have, share a conversation with you about your faith and perhaps...
I don't have faith.
And your father.
It's not... If you're referring to a certain mage, it's not my father. He's my distant relative.
Yes, but I meant it in a
no offense.
Theatrical way, yeah.
You also, when you're inside Corinth, these guys are radiating like magic, like mad. You get a sense
like I should just. That's what I figured. As soon as I saw her, I should kind of know who
she
this
immediately.
Person is.
Yeah, she radiates magical energy. It's not really primitive, but just you being who you are, the sense you get is like they are exceptionally powerful in the weave.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what do you want to know?
So I'll ask of some of the just the recent happenings going on in the area that might tie us into what's going on with Cormanther, if there's any.
Well, she says, well, you know what happened with Mithrandor and Cormier's at war, finishing off the war to the east there. But other than that, everything's quiet here in Cormier. My mentor kind of made sure that the last 20 years. So, make sure that the king was the queen was very well secured. Roll an intelligence. You wouldn't know about that, so you'd have to research that. You don't know what she's really talking about, but that's what she says.
So I said that would be. Those are some of the things that I am here to learn about. Is I am obviously very recently new to Cormier, so who is currently the regent, and those things are things that I would love to be able to translate back to the Elven people.
Well, she's like, if you want to just learn the history, just go to a library. I'm not going to give you a class lesson on the history of Cormier. Would be here.
No, that's why I was
thing.
like recent insights. That's why that might interact with us. That's why.
Maybe for another time, Wonderful. But it's very nice to meet you. And if you have any other questions you want to ask us, feel free to ask us. But we have things to go investigate. She kind of punches him on the shoulder, and he's like, all right, and finishes his drink and puts out his cigarette, goes and grabs this gigantic gray sword, which he kind of puts on his armor and straps it on, and she's like, we will see you in the morning then.
What time of day is it?
It's about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
Okay.
You guys just go straight to get some rest?
I have a out of character question.
Sure.
If I were to say I want to get with the wench that I tipped a bunch of money, would I have to role play that with you? Because that would be extremely awkward.
You still have to go. You have to go hit on her. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to know that beforehand, because if I have to role play it with you, dude,
I'm gonna rutabaga this whole.
You're cool, but you're cool, Ranger, but you're not my type, man.
Well, yeah, but you're talking to her. You have to convince her.
I know.
If you want to try to get with her, you have to go talk to her.
Not this time. I'll save it for another time. But
right.
Yeah.
Can one of us roll to make them do it just for the humor factor?
Roll intimidation check.
Oh, Jesus.
You never voiced your interest in her to me, so I can't hook you up.
So let's just say you told this to whoever just spoke up. Whoever... No, you have no Christ. Roll a wisdom saving throw, Grim. Unless you just bomb this, you should be good. What is your charisma on that, John? Rogaris? Your charisma, your plus bonus to your charisma.
1.
So 6. All right, you have to beat a 6, Grim. You easily do it.
Damn.
So you see, he's talking about the bar dude. He's being all tentative. You try to intimidate him to do it, but he ain't having it. So you succeed in not having to go through that boardroom. Anything else? Okay.
I will flirt with her. I'll go back over to where she is.
Yeah, it's starting to die down. She seems to be a little bit slower. She's at the bar, kind of just chilling.
I'll catch her when she's not
attractive.
busy.
She's not, overly attractive, but she's cute.
I'm gonna ask you one question, Grim. Are you doing this while the gnome is around, or after the gnome is gone?
Well, are you still there?
I don't know what the sequence is, because I'm going to get the room and kind of go there, so I don't know when he's starting the flirt.
You went to the room, then you didn't see this.
Then I didn't see anything. Okay.
Well, I'll actually roll a perception check. I'll give you a chance to see if you spot this happening.
Okay.
You do spot this happening.
Oh, right.
You see Morgan trying to go over to this barmaid he saw, was serving you. You remember who she is. All right,
Ring
Morgan.
gnome powers activate.
Well, hold on, Morgan. You go up to her, and she kind of smiles up. She's like, "Oh, sir, can I get you another drink?"
Actually, I was wondering if you were doing anything after you got off of work.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, because she likes you.
Persuasion. Okay, +4.
So when I see this, I'm going to just stop and watch.
Yeah, you're watching. Let's see what she rolls.
I want to use my
You have
luck.
advantage, roll
but
again.
no,
You have
I
advantage,
did roll
again.
twice.
Oh my god. Let's see.
Yeah, really low. 8 and a 10. Ugh.
She's smiling at you, but she's like, well, she's there. So, Oregon, you can come up and try to assist.
Yep. I'll walk over.
All right, you walk over. You see Morgan's talking to this lady. He's trying to. She seems interested, but she's kind of tentative. So, what do you do?
So I'm gonna say, "Hey, Morngrim, I'm gonna head up to bed." And I turn to the waitress. I'm just like, "Oh my god, this guy, one of the best guys in the world. Like you would, any woman that manages to catch him is gonna be so happy with herself."
She kind of smiles at that. Roll persuasion check with advantage, Finn.
24 total
wow.
hit times.
She says, "Oh, really?" She's like, "I get off in 30 minutes." And we'll leave it at that, Grim, so you don't have to, freak out.
Well,
Let's just say a night
I've
of
known DMs that have
splendor.
made me role play that shit,
Oh,
and
I
it
don't-
is
yeah, I mean-
extremely awkward,
It is very
especially when the DM is a dude.
Yeah. So,
And the gnome is the one that hooked you up.
yeah, so you have a night of love is in the air moments. Let's just say that. Very white is very loud in the room. So so Grim scores. All right. So you guys wake up in the morning. Grim, you wake up next to her. She night of frolicking in a little co-ed naked wrestling. So you guys get a good night rest. You come down the next morning. You see who's sitting there waiting for you. You see both Amaroon and you see Arklath waiting there for you. Yeah, they're sitting there eating breakfast and stuff, and they kind of welcome you over to the table. Yeah, they're still there. Yeah, they get a big table. They're kind of anticipating you guys. Of course. Waitress, another waitress comes over. Yeah. Yeah, so you just ask if the waitress comes over, says, "What do you want to eat?" Let her know. All right. She runs off and scoops it up. The rest of you guys come down, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yep. All right. You guys all come down. You see Grim coming down with this shit-eating grin on his face. And he comes and sits down. Anybody want to say anything? All right. Yeah. Grim's at least just Morgan's smiling like a jackass. You pick up on this, Van, because you're his cousin, so you kind of know that something good happened to him.
Yep.
Do you want to inquire about what that is?
Well, being his cousin, I'm pretty sure I already know what it is. So.
Yeah. So you kind of give him the old wink and nod. So everybody orders breakfast. Eating ensues, and our class speaks up this time. It's like, all right. So the mistress, as she's called, been around for many, many years. Known from a noble house. I mean, she deals in, let's just say, under the table kind of items and things of that nature. A lot of the underground black market kind of things. But nothing crazy. We've known who she is. I mean, I've met her. So is Amaroon. This is different. We've never heard of this before. Usually, she's very tight knit about her undergrounds, but she knows the right people and she supports the kingdom and stuff. So, I mean, appearances she's on the up and up, but we kind of know better. But never heard of her doing anything like this before. Specific items like this taking such a vested interest, this is curious. This is not her normal pattern.
what about her assistant? Is this person new as well, or has he been with?
No, Armwell's always been with her. That's her kind of enforcer. You know, her protector, her bodyguard. He's been a member of that household. I mean, she has grounds here.
Well, he was most definitely an evil elf, and I was ready to come to blows with him within a few words.
Well, I've had some run-ins. This is Arclas speaking. He's like, I've had some run-ins with the guy. He very exceptional fighter and stuff. I mean, we've never gone to blows, but he's all about her. So, but I've never had any instances of him doing anything or that we know of. But then again, he's very sly and cunning, that one. So, and we've only been back recently a couple of years, so we're kind of getting our footing back into what's been going on at Cormer since we've been away doing things. That being said, you said that he offered you guys a position?
Correct. He said that when we came back to town, we could find him for potentially more missions and maybe joining up with them. We don't know the full details, but he said when we return, we could talk to him.
Well, what we are asking you then is if you would like to be of service to us and the organization that we represent, and of course the Kingdom of Cormer, to accept this offer and tell us what you are seeing and doing for them.
May I ask what your organization is?
He kind of looks at you funnily and kind of lifts his little thing on
I
top.
pipe up during this one, and I say, usually if the money's good enough, we don't ask questions about who we work for.
He kind of lunges in. He's like, "Sir, you should ask questions."
I asked a question and I raised my hand. I asked a question.
Right. So he shows you a symbol and roll an intelligence check, Finn.
Okay. $15 total.
Yeah, you recognize the symbol. It's the symbol of the Harpers. And the Harpers, they're well known throughout the entirety of Faerun. They work as an organization independently to fight and combat evil in the world, wherever they find it. So, now you know who we are and who we represent. We are asking you to basically infiltrate her organization, see what she's up to, keep us abreast of everything that's going on.
And what is her organization?
We don't know. Just, as far as we know, she's a lady of the land, and she is underground activities, but nothing crazy. But this recent information you guys have given us has given us great pause. We'd like you to find out what she's really up to.
So what was it that cast suspicion on her at the start? What brought her to your organization's attention?
Well, we keep track of everybody. She kind of looks over at Emmeram. It's like keeping track of who is doing what is always good. She never come to her attention until you said what you said. We knew she did underground stuff. I mean, who cares, right? Someone who wants a certain painting and everything, it's not really our concern. However, the object that you'd explained that you couldn't see, that's what we want to know. There's something going on here. We can't quite figure out what she's up to. This is not like her. But then again, we don't know a lot about her because she keeps herself. We know who she is. We know she has dealings with that. We've got this information from other sources. But nothing nefarious. Nothing that would ever give us pause. I think that's a credit to her because she kind of kept everything on the down low on that part. But then she's a part of society. People know her. People respect her. She has friends in high places. You know, she is a lady. Not that that would ever stop someone like me from really looking, but she never was on our radar.
Can I do a history check to figure out the relationship between the Harpers and the purple dragons?
You don't need to. Well, yeah, go ahead, roll. I mean, unless you roll horribly, I'll.
9.
You just know they're both good organizations. That Cormyr, the Purple Dragons and the War Wizards are for the Kingdom of Cormyr, and you know that the Harpers, an organization, among other organizations, good and evil that exist in Faerun, that their main focus is that they fight evil wherever they find it.
Okay.
So, that's what you know from that role.
And we were told to specifically not bring this to the attention of the Purple Dragons by her.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just making sure that the rest of the group remembers that and realizes that.
Oh, so you tell that to the group?
Yeah.
Well,
so,
yeah. And apparently you tell everyone.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to hold back anything from these two. Why would we?
She kind of looks over you, Oregon, and bashes her eyelashes like, what, Mr. Nim, you don't trust me?
Ma'am, it's not you that I don't trust.
No,
it's him I don't trust to keep his mouth shut. And I point at Faerun.
I say nothing personal, but trust is earned on both of our sides.
Well, very well said indeed. So.
I love that. I blame Faerun, and Grim says he trusts no one.
She's like, of course you would get paid for this. We're not just going to send you in there and risk your cells for nothing.
How well we being paid?
Well, for a mission of this sort, we'll pay you... He kind of looks at our class. He's like, jeez. We'll give you 1,000 gold.
When are we leaving? No, I literally say that. I say, when do we leave?
She chuckles. She rolls her eyes. He's like, listen, this could be very dangerous. So I want you to understand that you're going in to infiltrate this organization, find out what you can find out what she's really up to. It could put you in a very dangerous position. So...
Well, speaking from that perspective, we are all still strong, but not extremely strong. If you would have anything that might assist us, or...
No. This is something you guys have to do on your own. We will support you in ways we can, but like if you're talking like items and things of that nature, it's like no.
I'm referring to like things that happened along the way, like being bit by a werewolf. I had the wolfsbane to slow it. But
yeah, we can help you. Yeah, I mean, if something happens, you guys come find us. We can help you. You know, some injuries, things of that nature. We're there to support you in that way, but we're giving you 1,000 gold.
We getting that up front?
I'm not worried about being paid.
She's like, you'll get 500 now and 500 once you guys bring us tangible stuff. I mean, trust goes both ways, right?
But what are you looking for?
Exactly.
She's like, we want you to find out, join our organization, find out what they're really up to. There's something not right here. This is odd behavior, and now you're telling us that there's werewolves and things of that nature. Something is going on. I can't put my finger on it, but we need information.
Until when can we decide? I think we need a little bit of time to discuss.
Take the day.
Okay. Guys, let's take the day and discuss.
All right. So he's like, so we'll come back here tonight. This is kind of our spot.
Okay.
And let us know what your decision is.
Okay.
All right. So they finish their drinks, get up, and they walk out. You guys are left sitting there with your meal and
Okay, so let's
decisions to be made.
All right, so let's try to remember everything we have, guys. I don't know if we can. One, it doesn't help Faerun keeps telling people everything, and two, I was trying not to tell her about everything with the mistress, and she still read through me. If the mistress and her compatriot are as intuitive as she is, they'll know that we're up to something very quickly.
Well, this is not inner monologue here. Spouting off everything we're doing is going to get people killed. Yes. Or thrown in prison, so expect to get slapped the next time you blather on.
When I know who I'm speaking to, I speak. They all already knew everything we were saying, as you were saying as well, Ogrim.
He worries me. And I just kind of sigh. We do have another option, though. We do have, and I pull out the paper. We do have the option of trying to see what the purple dragons have available, and avoiding.
He's a purple dragon. Lord Arthur is a purple dragon.
Arclap.
Yes.
Well, we do have this, and we were also told by I think it was Lord Jalen to go see High Marshal Valrin. So we might find something better there that won't kill us.
I don't see why the goals are not opposed. In fact, they go together.
Infiltrating an evil organization is kind of a big deal.
Well, we were hired by someone to do something, and evil is being done as...
Yeah, I don't care about that. I just don't want to die.
Okay,
what's your alignment again?
Me,
yeah,
neutral,
I'm a good
neutral.
person, yeah.
You're neutral good?
Neutral, true neutral.
Alright, so you're a greedy turd. Okay, the rest of your party, it's up to you guys.
I would not.
Everybody needs to
working
speak
for
up, I
her
would suggest.
without starting to seek out allies to protect ourselves against her when she inevitably betrays us.
When who betrays us? The mistress?
The mistress.
I trust the two we just met more than most of you, to be honest.
I mean,
Why?
I'm not happy about the...
Because I know more about them. I just met, as you guys are saying, I don't know your history. I know more about both of them.
That's true. We unlike them, we didn't fight together and kill a bunch of goblins and help our compatriots with werewolves. Oh wait, that was us. Freaking.
That was like a week. I mean, so it's not like we got to know each other very well. Yes, I'm not saying that I don't want to defend you, and I still want to continue traveling together. The people that I know back there, their deeds speak for them. Our deeds speak, yes, but only for about a week. Theirs speak for years.
I have no idea who they are.
You want to tell them? You can vote.
If the word is heroes exist, they are it.
Yeah, I just care about money and living to make more money, and then finding people to spend that money with. So I'll spend it with you guys, but I just don't know. I don't want to die. Dying.
Sidel, how do you feel about this?
Well, for our diminutive friend here, I would suggest asking them for an increase in payment. I'm sure the Harpers can afford your fees. I personally do not like the idea of serving an evil overlord without having some sort of backup on our side. So I would align with the Harpers.
But would you be comfortable working with the mistress?
If we are working to discover what evil ways she is plotting and possibly finding or discovering new ways to interrupt those plans, then yes.
That just put us at grave risk.
Or discover her innocence.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
So I said that it would put us at grave risk if we were found out.
Kind of shrugs his shoulders and says, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, but we ran away from them the last time. Freaking 800 people shooting arrows at us if we made the wrong choice.
It was 30, Fan.
I know.
Both of them is... I cannot even express to you how many times over what we just faced at the end of our last adventure.
And will they be with us?
They would not be sending us to investigate it if they were not lightly backing us up. We are going to have to prove ourselves, I would assume, which is what we are doing, and go from there. We were going to go back to Arabelle either way, so we can go back to Arabelle.
They're asking us to risk our lives. You realize that? That they're asking us to risk our lives.
I have no problem doing what Amarun asks for the land of Kamir and for the good of the land. No problem. I will do it free of charge. And I would have not been talking about it for this long.
I can understand where you're coming from, man, but like...
Well, I think I just heard Faerun say he's giving up his share of the gold.
Okay, one person at a time.
I go where the money takes me. So, Faith ain't got nothing for me. It's never done anything for me. So, you know...
And Faerun just gave up his share of the gold. He said he's giving up, he would do it for free, so we have that.
I'm not as greedy as you are, my little friend.
It works for me. More Grim, more for us.
What is John and just to help with the conversation, John and what are your feelings?
I don't like anybody that has 30 archers pointing bows and arrows at me. So I'm in for throwing in against them.
I hope you understand. My objection is not going against them. It is that we will be alone going against them, and we're going to be inside their organization, meaning we will be surrounded by them. We are
Make an
asking for
intelligence
trouble.
check, Finn. Make an intelligence check. So you remember they said that they would support you directly. In the sense that they'll be there. And you also know who these two people are. Being a bard, you know who these two are. And their reputations.
No, I know, but my concern isn't who they are.
Right. I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have an idea.
Last time that the Mistress's forces went and tried to intimidate us, we were taken by surprise. Now going in there knowing that we're going to double cross them, we have the advantage on that.
But does it change the final outcome? I think we need more clarity as to the support. And
I think that they said they would support us is enough. If we ask for more, it's going to not show trust.
Yeah, they can be all the heroes they want. I don't trust them yet. I need to know what they're giving for support.
All right. Anybody else?
So do we? And we also have, and I again hold up the little paper. We have the option of going to the Purple Dragons and seeing what they have to offer.
You realize that there would be much stricter than even their offer would be far stricter than what she is asking. We would have to bluntly say what we are doing and who we are and what happened. Any of these trying to scope our actions like you are trying to do now in front of Purple Dragons would draw more inquiries and get us thrown in jail like our friend has mentioned. We are lucky that Amaroon and Arclath did not do that. I knew they would not.
The Purple Dragons bit, I think, would be a last resort should we not find any other work. Personally, dealing in rare artifacts could be very lucrative. And I like money. Did I fail to mention that I like money?
No, I like money too. That's why we've been hanging out. But I don't know what.
Speaking of money, don't we still have all the stuff in the cart we can sell?
Aha, we do. So how about we take the day in order to figure it out, and I can go and sell this stuff for us.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll go with
Sounds
you.
good.
All right. So Sidel and Oregon, you guys go look for. It's easy enough to find. You've been to the market before. You know it. What are you trying to sell?
We
Can I
have
tag along with them?
Go ahead, John.
Can I tag along with them to the market?
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody who wants to go to the market? You guys can all go together. Some of you. I mean, who wants to go to the market?
Sure.
Who wants
I'm
to do
down to
some
go.
shopping?
Let's all go together.
All right. What are you guys looking for?
A fireproof set of armor.
Aha.
That's gonna be really expensive, dude. But
might be
so
worth it.
funny.
Okay,
And
so
I forgot the name of the. Hold on. All right, so. Jesus. Oh God.
If they sell gnome repellent, that might be worth it as well.
Oh God. All right, so you were looking for that. So let's say you guys load up the car. You grab the cart. You got all the stuff in there. So we're on the way there. We'll take this one at a time. So what are you looking to do, Oregon, with what?
So I'm planning on. So first, I'm going to sell the items that we got. So the things that you gave us was a bag of gems, a bunch of rings, and then gold and rubies was what I had listed from the.
All right,
cave.
so. Right, so you go to. You didn't take the weapons, did you? No, you
we
just
did
took
not
the
take
bag
the
of rubies. Right, so you go to what's, looks like a jeweler. He looks at everything and doesn't ask questions. Easy enough. He makes 75 gold. He offers for all the rings and stuff.
Can I haggle?
Sure.
I want to.
I'd like to assist him if possible.
Yeah, I tell a tall tale about how I got these and all that kind of stuff, and try to get
Roll a persuasion.
80. 29 total.
Wow.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ. Somehow, Finn, you managed to get him where he's like, he goes, "I gave you 75." You're like 100. He's like, "No, 75." You're like 110. He's like, "Wait a minute." You're like 120. He's like, "Sold?" He doesn't know what just happened. You made 120 gold.
Yay!
Nice.
29. Jesus Christ. He would have given you his clothes.
We may not need to work for the Harpers. We'll just let him go around.
God.
I ain't kidding when I make me some money.
Awesome.
Well, if you want to be traveling merchants.
Okay, so we have that.
So,
Okay. So I
you
think that
divvied up the money to everybody?
Yeah, so I'm counting up how much total we got. So we had 120 here. We also got 200 gold, 200 silver, and 100 copper. We had 220 gold, 7 silver, and 20 copper. And then we got 180 gold. sure I'm not missing anything. Yep, that was it. So in total, we have 120 copper, 207 silver, and...
Which is, divide that by 10, that's how many gold pieces that is.
Yeah, and then 500... turned out nice and even. Wait. No, 520. Okay, so we had 520 gold, and then, so I'll convert all these down, so it's another 20... 540.
One for you, one for you, one for you,
Yeah,
one, two for me, one for you,
one
for you,
one for you, 1, 2, 3 for me.
I'm being nice right now and not trying to take an extra cut. Okay, so we have 541 gold and 9 silver. So...
How much?
If
541 gold and 9 silver.
Did you guys ever split up the other gold you got?
No, that includes all that other stuff. I've been holding all.
Well, that was. Oh, so that's okay. So okay, you got it.
Yeah,
I'm thinking what we might want to do is, since we're here at that jeweler, I'm sure he's got gems that, or we could, go straight across for gold, because carrying lots of gold around is a bad idea.
Yeah, they have trade bars usually in Faerun, I think, as well.
You could do it at the same place if you want to. There's banks if you want to go to a bank.
I say, if we are going to be going on an adventure, there are some useful items if we are in a major city like Arabelle that we may want to look for.
Okay, so if we divide all this up, everybody gets 77 gold and 4 silver, and there's 1 silver left over, and I say I'm keeping this one, so I'm keeping the 5th. If anyone says anything.
How much gold? 77 gold?
77 gold and 4 silver for everyone except me, and I get 5 silver.
Oh, speaking of, did I win anything doing the card game?
You broke even.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. So you guys do that. What are you gonna do now?
I need to find a apothecary or something.
Armor shop.
All right. So you remember that you had been told to go, and I didn't write down the name, so I'm guessing at the Twin Foxes, Enchanted Emporium. I think that's what I called it.
Twin Outlet.
The Twin Outlet. Okay, let me make a note of that.
An outlet store?
Well, Twin Outlet, Enchanted Emporium. Out. So. Oh. All right. So you go to. It takes you a few minutes to find it, but it's there. You see, it's a big enchanted store. Are you just going by yourself? Anybody else want to go?
Is this where magic items, magic armor would be sold as well?
Yes, it is.
Then I would be going with him.
Okay.
I'll tag along too.
Anybody else? I saw so everybody's going to the store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Let me see here. Pull it up a second. Trying to pull up. Oh Lord, you guys. Okie dokie. Let's see if it does. It's not what I want. Why do they gotta make this so goddamn?
We may want to consider having a separate chair for the party as well, because like the wolfsbane is very expensive.
Give me a second. I'm trying to find the cost of these. I had it up, but it's not the site's not that I want to go to before I introduce characters and stuff. It's not cooperating with me. Come on. Oh, for God's sake. All right. La 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 la. I'm really upset. Let me look here. I may have it somewhere else. One more second. I apologize to everybody. Okay. All right. Got it. So you walk into the Twin Owlets Enchantment Emporium, and you walk in, and you see an elf. Just as soon as you walk in, it's a big open area. There are two elves in there. One is a man, one is a woman. They both have black hair. They are both dressed in fine silks and stuff. And as soon as you walk in, the gentleman says, "Oh, hello there. How can I help you? Welcome to the Twin Enchantment Emporium."
I would like to see all of the armor that you have that is good for preventing gnomes from blasting you in the chest of fire.
He looks curiously like, does that happen to you frequently, sir?
Unfortunately, yes.
So you are looking for armor with a specific resistance?
Well, I would like to not be hurt by fire again. And also for it to be a good, sturdy armor.
I could light your armor on fire, and you wouldn't be hurt by it. That would be awesome.
That's one way to look at it.
It's like, well, you've come to the right place. My name is Belle, and my sister over there is Bella. Don't ask, our parents named us this. So you need specifically a full plate of armor, a breastplate, chainmail, and what are you looking for?
Well, I already had chainmail. What does your plate armor look like?
Well, it looks like plate armor.
Price-wise, how
it's like,
how sturdy is it?
He looks offended. Sir, our armor is the best. We don't sell cheap trinkets and things here.
That's why I heard. That's why you were recommended, and I'm here for that. But you and I both know that there is always varying levels, even within the best armor.
A full suit of armor, that he's looking through his book. Fire resistance, let's say plate armor, would run you a total of 2,500 gold pieces.
How about chainmail?
You're looking at about 1,300 gold pieces.
How about a helmet?
Yeah, remember, magic items are very, very expensive.
He's like, helmets? I don't have anything like that. It's just like the suit is all incorporated together. So, I mean, he's like, so for instance, if you're wearing a helmet that's got the resistance, it only protects your head. Like, usually you do a breastplate that can protect you pretty much all over. For most times, most people, they get full armor, you see. And that way, that whenever they're hit, the armor works in conjunction with one another.
Do you have anything that takes the edge off of being burned?
Well, I do have healing potions.
How about like an asbestos set of underwear?
What's asbestos?
Well,
the lady kind of looks up from her reading. She's looking.
In other words, what he's saying is, do you have anything in the range of, I thought I was rich, but I'm really not?
What's the price range you're looking for?
Under 300 gold.
Yeah. I mean, we do have some items.
He hands you a bucket of water.
Like +1 swords, things of that nature. Those usually are the 100 to 300 range. but something that was resistance to magic is going to be a lot more expensive, I'm afraid.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, but what else, 73? Maybe he has a Holocaust cloak for you to buy.
Yeah.
Oh, so bad. It's so funny.
I'm sorry, sir, and we've got the reasonable rates. I mean, it's just you have to understand that we might supposed to do all the enchanting ourselves, and we take pride in our work, but it takes a long time to enchant armors and weapons and things of that nature to make them the statue that they are.
How much for you to just enchant something I already own?
What are you looking to get enchanted?
Chainmail I'm wearing?
He's thinking about it. Hold on. I'm trying to find that specific. It's really weird. It's like, well, if it. So what would you want enchanted on it?
So that it could be lit on fire, but the wearer wouldn't be hurt by it.
To put the enchantments, it's you providing the armor. It take us 3 days to do that. 150 gold.
Done.
Do you have the armor with you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you take off your armor. Is that what you do?
Yes.
So you see Rogarus in the middle of the store. The lady looks up immediately like aghast as he takes off his armor and is just sitting there with his underclothes. So you are without armor now.
I'm in the corner with face palming. Oh no!
He kind of holds it like, ew. All right, 150 gold, and that'll be ready in 3 days.
Thank you.
All right, so mark off your armor for the temporarily AC bonus that it gives you.
Hey, Rogarus?
Yes.
We may need to go speak with people soon about stuff. You may want to get something in the interim. Just throwing that out there.
You mean like something to eat?
No, something to wear, in case stuff happens.
Yeah, like clothes.
Or like a gnome wants to burn you.
Well, I'm just trying to air out the scars from the gnome burning me before.
Then get
Well,
leather,
you
but you need something.
Stuff,
You got a cloak?
Question for you, Ranger. Could I step outside of the shop here and take a look around with my thievery arts? Can I see any markings around?
Roll
say,
and investigate.
The thieves' can't stuff.
Yeah, you do an Well, do a perception check with advantage because you have
12. Oh,
with
okay.
advantage because you're in your element.
12.
No, you don't really. You see something, but it's daylight. Again, you get your spidey senses. You can roll horribly when you do that, dude. God. I mean, you find targets, but you figure they're not going to be worth it. They're not going to be carrying a lot of money.
Well, I'm looking for maybe, say, a marking for a fence.
A marking for.
You know what fence is, right?
Right. You would ask more if you want to investigate and see if you can find something like that. Yeah, you can roll an investigation with advantage because again, you're in your element. Yeah, you subtly ask a couple of folks trying to get some information, you figure out where you can easily go find some stuff.
And possibly buy some stuff, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. If that's where you want to go next.
Hey, Oregon, I got some place I'd like to go. You want to check it out, too?
Sure, give me 1 second. And I look around. Do they have, like, items on display pretty much in the store?
They have tons.
Okay. I'm looking for any ranged short bow. So, it's redundant, but a short bow that is magical, and if it's under 100 gold.
You don't find any under 100 gold, Finn. You do see some very nice crossbows that are... I mean, there's a big open area, so there's a weapon section. You see swords and stuff displayed. You see bows, crossbows, on the right side that you can see that are enchanted. You don't know what for. They're very nice, but the prices that you can see that are listed is like 400, 500. They look like they're plus to hit, that kind of stuff.
Okay. In which case, then I will go with Morgrim.
Yeah, I'll let the other guys know that we're going to go take a look at some stuff. I'd invite you guys along, but it would be a bad idea. We'll meet you back at the inn.
Have fun.
See you later.
All right.
Rogaris looks back at the salespeople and asks, "Is there a clothing section?"
He's like, I'm sure you can find anywhere around here. You have clothes. You have clothes in your adventure, just regular clothes, but you just don't have your armor on now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just need to go back and buy some, chainmail.
I think Finn was thinking all he had left was like a pair of boxers.
No. So out of game, I was thinking that he needed to buy some armor because we're about to tell the Harper people what we're gonna do, and we're really not in a good position to keep the mistress and them waiting if they know we're back in town. So waiting 3 days for armor isn't necessarily a good thing.
I agree.
Good point.
But none of that was said in character. Just that was out of character.
Okay, yeah, me and Finn are gonna head to the fence.
All right, so you guys go to the fence. You guys are outside of the store. Let's say you're still looking at some stuff. So you guys go to where this guy leads you to some back alleys and stuff, and you find a little backway store in the back, and you go in the back, and it's a small building in between buildings with, through this passageway and stuff. You see a gentleman on a stool on the outside, cloaked, kind of sipping on or smoking a pipe, and gives you the nod, and you guys kind of go inside, and it's a store. Doesn't have a lot of display stuff, but you get a sense that you're in the right location. You see a bald gentleman, short, kind of rat face sitting there. It's like, yeah, it's gonna help you.
Looking to buy some stuff, and I'll show him I got the coin to spend.
Okay.
Anything you would like to move?
What do you mean? What do you mean there's stuff I would like to move?
I'm looking for, let's see here.
Well, he's discussing what is on display in this. I know you said there wasn't a lot, but what do they have? Sure.
It just looks like roll a perception check, Finn.
Okay. And I'll potentially use luck on this one, by the way.
Sure.
Yeah, and meanwhile I'm thinking, well, I could use...
No, keep it. 21 total.
For some rings. How about that? Some jewelry.
Jewelry, you say?
21 total on my perception.
You see that this kind of looks like a front, so you'd have to ask for stuff specifically. What kind of rings are you looking for, sir?
Some of the magical sort, if you
We
have
don't
any.
sell magical items here, sir. This is just a fencing place.
Can I do an insight?
Yeah.
I'll roll again. 19 total.
What are you trying to see if he's lying?
Yes.
You can tell that he's holding back because he doesn't know who you are.
Okay. Listen,
Wait,
sir.
what am I doing? I'll Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, listen, sir. We know that there's more merchandise here. If it helps you any, and I take my dagger and I put it on the counter, and I take my bow and I put it on the counter. We no longer have any weapons. Show us the real stuff.
I'll follow Finn's lead on this one. I'll
persuasion.
put.
27 total.
Oh Jesus!
All right. If the money's good, what are you looking for specifically?
I look at Grim. What do you want?
I'm thinking gem of scene if you have one.
A what?
A gem of scene.
Gem of scene? What is that? I mean, unless I'm mishearing what you're saying, Grim.
It's a magical gem if they got one.
He brings out a bunch of gems. You find one. He's like, "This is what I have at the moment."
What what all does he got? What am I looking at?
Lots of different gems.
Do we have a list that we can look at for in terms of what he has?
No, I don't keep list here. Are you mad?
Well,
yeah, he wouldn't be keeping the list here.
You might want to keep
it's
a fencing
okay.
inventory. Just saying.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. This is a legitimate business.
I'll be like, "Oh, shh, down, Orngrim, down." I'll take. How much is that one? I'll point at one of the larger ones.
That one would be 50 gold.
And I will buy it.
All right, mark it in your inventory. What about you, my little halfling friend? Is there something you would like to purchase, or are you just here to annoy me?
Yeah, look at Grip. What does the gem of seeing do?
It's special. I'll show you later.
Should I get one?
That is if. Yes.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
So I try and look for another gem of seeing. That's a little bit.
You don't see one.
Oh, okay. What? Okay, so there's just a bunch of gems of different shapes and
They're
sizes.
just a bunch of
and
gems.
colors?
I guess he didn't know what I was talking about either, so that was out of character, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's just a bunch of gems, different sizes and colors, right? Are they magical?
You don't know.
So I say, hold on a second, and I'll cast Detect Magic.
You sense there is magic, but not coming from any of the gems there.
Where do I sense
There's
it?
magic all around you, but you don't sense like magic coming from the gems.
Okay. When you say all around, are there like specific things that I can see as I kind of move?
Not you just it's a general sense. You just feel magic, you know, in different locations in the room, but you don't. It's not telling you, oh, you sense a long sword of luck +3.
Right.
You know, you don't get that kind of sense.
But anything in sight that is a bow that I can kind of feel magic from, not specific.
Roll an insight check or perception check.
Okay. try and luck this if I need to. 12 total.
No, you don't see anything like that.
Okay.
Not for the bows. You get sense that there is some magic items here, but the bows are. There's a bow on the shelf, but it doesn't look like it's magical. It's a well put together bow. You gotta get a sense that he deals mainly, maybe in a couple of things magic, but mainly it's good stuff. But it's not like,
it's filched stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Any normal adventure like, oh, this is a great bow, but it's not magical. It doesn't have that. You don't get that sense.
Okay. So I am looking for two things, sir. First, do you have anything made of silver?
Yes. What are you looking for?
And a dagger would be perfect.
Just wait here. He goes in the back. Comes back a minute later. He comes out he has a little thing. He lifts up the cloth. He's like, I have 3 silver daggers.
How much?
50 gold each.
But you have 3 of them. Can you sell one to me so you can lower your inventory at least for 40?
Roll a persuasion check.
$17 total?
I could be convinced to part with it for 40 gold.
Okay. Deal, sir. 40 gold.
All right.
And the other thing would be, what, and this is just a kind of a question, and I'm thinking you might know, what would someone need to keep inside of a lead box?
Huh?
If something was inside of a lead box, what would need to be inside of there? What
More lead? I don't know. Do I look like a mage to you?
You seem like a very knowledgeable person, though.
Typically, lead is used to hide magical items from being seen what they are.
Okay.
Now, do you guys wish to buy anything else?
I look at Morngrim. Do you need something silver?
I think I'm good.
All
Thank
right.
you for your time, sir.
All right, gentlemen. You have a good day. All right, you guys head back to the group. You guys have all made your purchases. Anything else anybody wants to do in the market or during the day or anything?
I was going to go shopping for a longbow.
Who's that?
Sidel was going to go shopping for a longbow, but I've already bought something if someone else wants to go ahead.
Does anybody else want to buy anything?
I was gonna look for potions.
You go right back to the enchanter place.
Mm-hmm.
He says, you go back in. Oh, welcome back, little gnome. We have quite a lot.
You can do Sidel's first, because I already did some for mine.
He looks at you. Oh, you wish to purchase something, sir?
So are you doing mine or Sidel?
Whoever wants to go.
Sidel, you go, because you haven't bought anything yet.
I was just going to go buy a regular longbow.
Yeah, you can't buy it here, but you did spot a shop a couple buildings down.
Yeah, just back at the regular blacksmith.
Yeah, you go in, and it's not at the blacksmith. There is a place that
or a boyer
just sells
a human.
Normal. Yeah, you go in, find a bow. It's like 15 gold or something like that. It's a really well put together bow. Doesn't have any bonuses or anything, but it's really sturdy. Like you can tell it's good size. It's balanced. It's the perfect drawstring because you obviously go and test them out, and the one that you find is the one that you get. You buy with that. You get a bunch of arrows.
Sounds good.
All right, so you add that 40 arrows and a well-made bow. It's not a common bow. It's higher level. It's put together well crafted, but it doesn't have any magic associated with it. All right. Oregon, you're in there, and he's like, well, so how can I help you?
I'm looking for a potion that can remove curses.
We don't sell those. Those are a little bit harder to come by. Usually those are kept by priests and stuff. I mean, we could make one. We do have greater healing potions. common healing potions. We have love potions. We have haste potions.
Love potions. How much are those?
Love potions run about 50 gold.
You open it, and Barry Manilow appears.
How long would it take, and how much would it cost to make a potion to remove curses?
That's a tougher one. It would be 75 gold.
And how long?
A potion like that, he says 2 days.
Okay. I think I'll hold for now, but I may return soon. Thank you, Bella.
I've got you. You got me thinking about it. I think I might make some of those if the market's there. But you don't usually get a lot of requests for those. It's always healing or love or cure wounds.
This was a Bell and
for the
Bell,
military.
Right? This is the twin outlets?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. How much gold are you down to, Finn?
Me? 143.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I was going to say if you need cash, I can help.
No, it's not a gold issue. It's just a matter of whether or not I want it. Okay. Thank you very much, Bell and Bella. I may return.
All right. Oh, we always like return customers, so please feel free. The pleasure was all ours. She still doesn't say anything. She just looks up and gives you a nod, like, "Thank you."
Do they have any scrolls?
Oh, we have lots of scrolls.
So how about a first level scroll? So a scroll of alarm.
Those will cost you 25 gold.
I will buy one of those.
All right. You buy a scroll for love. Add that to your inventory. He's like, well, I like a man who knows what he wants. What else can I get for you, sir?
What about rope trick?
The which one?
Rope trick?
Is it level 1?
That's a level 2 spell.
That'll cost you 50.
Yeah, no. I asked. No, I don't. I'll wait on that for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else want to do any shopping to, let's say, anything else?
So I tell the group I bought a spell to encase our camp with an alarm for 25 gold. So I will be able to cast that every night.
There you go.
I reach into my bag, pull out my 6.5 feet of string and 3 bells. I have one too.
Will work far
They come
better.
in the burglar
Can't you
pack.
only use a scroll once?
No, I can copy it to my book.
Oh, okay.
That's what wizards can do. It's pretty amazing.
Yes.
It's science.
Science! All right. Anybody else shopping? Market? Anything else? Rogaris is running around in normal clothes. He's got his weapons and everything, but weapons are being enchanted right now.
There is a pretty useful spell there, but it's out of my price range right now.
Well, you guys get a sense that they can do a lot of cool stuff there. It's just pricier. So, as you go up and more stuff that you're interested in, as you make more cash, you'll be able to do it. All right, so you guys go back to have your talk with, let's say it's...
Well, before that.
Back.
Well, once we get to the inn, before that night period, when we're all together again, I'm going to go to Rogaris and be like, they're not going to wait for us, if we go to the mistress, right? And you have no armor. Like, nothing. What are you going to do?
I'm going to pick up a gnome and hold him in front of me.
That's not going to be very useful. I'm squishy. And I kind of poke myself in the belly.
But in 3 days, I figure what we can do is you can light me on fire as I run into battle.
Yeah, but that's fine, but we have 3 days. Are we going to wait 3 days before talking with the mistress? They're going to know we're in town.
We don't necessarily have to spring on any kind of a trap the first instant we see them.
But they're going to be curious why you don't have any armor. And that's
because
going to
a
delay
gnome
anything
lit
that
me
they're
on
going to tell
fire
us.
and I'm having it repaired.
Yeah, but that's going to that might delay them telling us anything because they know we're not going to be ready for a mission immediately.
We don't know they have a mission for us immediately anyway.
I don't like this.
Yeah, maybe you should buy some temporary armor.
I'll go in the morning to look for some.
This.
Okay.
All right. So let's just say, for sake of time and everything, comes to evening. You guys have done what you needed to do. You guys are at your at a table. You see them come walking in and nod your direction. You see there's a third person with them, completely cloaked, coming in with them, and they come. You guys go to their table. It's always set aside for them, so you guys get it from your table and go to their table. And so they're sitting there and they're like, "All right, so you guys have had time to think about it."
And
who
who is this person? As I look up towards the cloaked person.
He kind of... Hold on. Why is this not playing? Stupid.
Is that barmaid here?
Yes, she is. She sees you and gives you a wink of, "Hi, buddy."
I'm surprised you didn't make him roll a check to see whether or not the night was actually good or not.
I gave it to him. I was nice. You know,
It's just
it's been a while.
I have +7 to my acrobatics rolls, so...
Don't you laugh at it.
Yeah, but there should have been a pillow talk check.
Yeah. So you see the guy kind of lifts up his hood. You see that he's a dark elf, and he says, "Hello there."
And your name, sir? I am Morgan.
Well, he kind of bows a little bit. "I am the Carvin Justal."
What was the name?
The Carvin, Micarvin. Justal, Jusctal.
That name sounds familiar. I mean, not to my character, but that sounds familiar to me.
I don't know. I made it up. It's randomly rolled that name off topic. This is what I got. I was like, "That's a cool name. I'm taking that."
That is a cool name, but it sounds familiar.
Yeah. NPC generator gave me a name. I'm like, "Oh, well, that's a cool name. I'm using that." He's like, "Nice to meet you, folks."
Nice to meet you, too. Now, getting down to business. We discussed it. We did have a few questions for you.
Sure.
The first being, you said you would provide support.
Yes.
What does that entail?
And she holds up her hand like, "He is here." So, "That's right. I'm here to help you guys.
Oh.
I will be your link between these two knuckleheads and with you."
Okay.
This is the dark elf that's talking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that did answer part of the question. And the second part was, we are going down a very treacherous and difficult path, as you mentioned. And
She holds up her hand again. She's like, "Dwarf, what happened to your armor?"
It's being repaired.
"Oh. Do you need armor?"
If you have any to lend, that would be wonderful.
She kind of chuckles. She's like, "I'll have some brought to you."
Thank you.
She just shakes her head, giving you a kind of that raised eyebrow look. And
Amateurs.
so that was very helpful. But we're also we are aware, as you had mentioned, about the difficulty, and in our discussions, we believe that 1,000 gold, while generous, is still a little too low for the danger that we'll be walking into with this.
you see the jaw kind of give the Emerald a nudge, like, "Hey, this one's a tough negotiator. I like him."
So
He's in it, and she's like, "Well, what are you thinking?"
we were thinking we can do 1,500 with 800 up front.
Hey, that's a hard bargain for even for me.
What do I need to
She
do?
thinks about it. She looks at Arclath. He's like, 1,400, and we'll give you 700 up front.
1,400, 800 up front, and my friend gets to keep the armor that you give him.
She's like, it's just going to be regular chainmail. That works for me.
Okay. And I turn to the guy. You guys good with that?
Yep.
Sure.
This is excellent. So, McCarvin here will be our go-between. So, if you have, he'll be feeding us information. Is
Okay.
everything agreed upon?
Well, McCarbin, I know as we conclude this, we would like you to spend time this evening with our group so we can better get to know you.
Of course, I like to talk. You sound like you like to talk too, eh?
I do. But kind of look at Valorant. It's like, yeah, I do.
All right, so those two excuse themselves tonight. Well, we have business to attend to, but I'm very glad. He gives you a note. It says 800 gold with the Del Castle signet on it. That you've been. It just says 800 gold that can be taken to a local bank there that you can receive your funds. He's not just going to be running around with 800 gold.
Right.
So
and
you have
everything is closed at this time, right? Because it's late.
Yeah, it's after hours, so you guys are at the bar. So they take their bow. They kind of bow to McCarvey. He kind of bows back. It's like, all right, let's get this going. We need some drinks. Let's talk it up. What do you want to know?
So, what are your skills?
Well, I'm good at kicking ass. What about you?
I'm good at talking. And lighting him on
Okay,
fire.
anybody else here like to kick ass? I like to kick ass.
I'm liking this dark elf.
Hey, I like this guy too. For a human being, you seem alright. The gnome seems kind of wussy. If you just talk, what are you going to do in a fight?
I can scare an entire bar of people.
Oh, that's a nice tick. I do that anyway because I'm a dark elf.
I do that as a gnome. So
Yeah, sorry to bring up the elephant in the room, but what brings you topside? We don't normally get to see. You're kind of above ground and
well,
the nice, the nice person sort.
Well, not all drow are, conniving, swanky bitches. He kind of looks of disgust for a moment. I say that I work for an organization in the trading realm that is very interested in this mysteries of yours. I have contacts with these two wonderful people you met previously, yes? And my organization sent me in to find out, and it came to my attention that you're looking to infiltrate. I was like, this is a perfect opportunity for me.
Fair enough.
But not all bad, You just don't judge a book by its cover, right? I mean, I look at the gnome, I think, he sucks, but he said you could talk him to a bar, so I make a mistake.
yeah, that's about right.
What else would you like to know about me?
What is your weapon of choice to kick ass?
My fist, and you see, you just notice now that he's got what looks like a walking staff. He's kind of hiding it. Is a bronze bow staff that is carved and very intricately designed. It looks badass, and he's like, this is what I use. I'm a monk. This is what we do. We kick ass. I'm very good at fighting. I don't know if you
He's
want
very good at kick butt foo.
That's right. Hey, you've heard of it.
How good are you at avoiding getting your butt kicked?
He kind of looks at you with his eye, and you notice his eyes are completely red on the outside and purple, for the inside. It's like, hey, I am exceptionally good at it. Better than you, and I can promise you that.
Well, that's not saying very much, but okay. Because I don't know.
Let's just say I can. When I don't want to be seen, I don't want to be seen. I cannot be seen.
Okay. And what?
Can you do that, Gnome?
When I don't want to be seen, I light him on fire, and I pour it to Rogaris, and then everyone gets distracted.
Oh, Mr. Dwarf, I wouldn't take that crap. We let him light you on fire?
Well, then I went and I bear hugged a werewolf.
Well, all right. I see that we are very adventurous here.
That's one way of putting it. Yes. Okay.
The other guys are not talking very much. Hey, what's the matter? We're all friends here, right? Let's get some drinks.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, speaking of,
yes.
How about some ales?
Wine for me, please. Ale just makes me angry.
Then, you know what? How about some introductions? So, I am
Morgan. Right.
As you know, I am a bard. And we have my buddy here, Morgan, and he is a rogue.
Rogue.
Yeah. So, most people call me Steve.
Steve? Alright, Steve. I will call you Steve from now on.
we have, and I point at Faerun. We have Faerun, and he's a nutcase.
Another elf.
Yeah,
he's not my head. Hello.
Yeah, he's interesting. And then we have Sidel, and he's a paladin.
What do you do, the Faerun? Paladin.
Sidel is a paladin, correct? And my buddy there, the dwarf, he is a fighter. And then we got the other dwarf, and he's a cleric. And then we have Vancel.
We got a well-balanced group here. I like it. I fit in perfectly.
Yes, you do. And now, what have you been told so far?
Everything.
Okay.
I know what we must do. I am here to help with the infiltration, so to say, and to help you guys in this upcoming endeavor.
Do you have any experience with werewolves?
I have experience with creatures you would not even imagine.
Oh.
Hey, have you ever been to the Underdark?
What's the Underdark?
Oh my God. He just kind of looks down. Dealing with idiots. Anyone here who is educated know what the Underdark is?
Yes.
Oh, beware, for death awaits you all with nasty, big, pointy teeth.
It just says big caverns underneath the ground. That's where the Jarl are. That's where the monsters like elephant things are.
That doesn't sound like a good place to make money.
You'd be surprised. The trade is good.
Oh. Hey, Morgan, we should go to the Underdark.
He starts laughing. Oh, my little friend. He would either become food or slave.
I think I could... I think I would make a pretty good slave.
I mean, if you like to be food or slave, then go to the...
I don't want to be food, but being slave seems kind of interesting.
Not really, because then they eat your brains and you become food.
Oh, yeah, I don't want that. Yeah.
All right, anything else you'd like to know about me, please ask. I'm here to... We are bonding, yes?
Yes.
And I will say, excuse me, and I'll go flirt with the chick again.
Oh, she's happy to see you. There you go, flirting. Anybody else?
What time of day is it?
It's nighttime.
Okay. I'm just going to go up and do my nightly ablutions and prayers to Torm.
Hey, that's a 2 paladin. He goes and does his thing.
You know what? I think it's time we play some music.
I'm going to go check to see if my armor was delivered yet.
It has not, but you think that'll be something will be there for you in the morning. So nothing has arrived. They just left not too long ago, so it's not going to be like that fast. You do leave. So
what is the music situation up in here?
There's a band up there. If you want to go up there and play, you probably could play with them.
Yeah, I will attempt to go play.
All right, you go play with them.
Okay.
So I was playing with yourself. Anybody else?
No.
All right. So we'll say that we'll end the show here with the introduction of Carvin. You guys have now gotten your mission to infiltrate the Mistress organization. playing spies. You were up to see what is lurking in the shadows and things of that nature. So we will leave it there. All right. So we'll pick it up next week from that point there, where you guys will start making your plans and beginning the infiltration of the mistress. All right. I just want to thank everybody for being here. Thanks to all the players. I hope you guys liked it. If you have questions or you'd like to leave comments about the game, please do. We do have a D&D channel in the Discord. Make sure you like and subscribe. Just give us a thumbs up. It always helps support the channel. That being said, is there anything else you want to add, Finn?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. So on behalf of myself and the rest of the RSG crew and our guests, thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks you for watching the show, and we will check you out tomorrow for our regular weekly segments that we have. Everyone have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will holler at you later. Peace.